That is what I'm talking about. What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome, everybody, to a Tuesday stream. It is February 13th, 2024, in the year of our Lord, etc., etc. It is the day before Valentine's Day, the day of love, so we will talk about that in a minute. And I hope everyone is doing well and is looking forward to. I think nothing shows sort of love better than battling against a lizard folk on the back of a pterodactyl. Like, I think nothing really shows that. I've often felt that sort of the sign of the season is a battle against a spear-wielding lizard folk on top of a pterodactyl. I've always felt. So that's a big part of this. Thank you so much, Triffid. Almost 4 years. Holy cow. That is absurd. That's like absolute crazy talk. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Triffid. I really appreciate that very much. It is good to see you, and thank you for the 4 years almost of support and for everything else you do for the channel. Of course, thank you. And welcome, everybody, to our Gamebook illustration stream of Battleblade Warrior. Very excited to get back on the saddle, into the saddle with this. Before we go any further with that, though, just a couple of reminders about stuff to support us on the channel. If you haven't done so, please follow the channel. Please check out our YouTube at !ArvTube, Discord is !ArvCord, Twitter is !ArvTweets, Blue Sky, !ArvSky, website arvaneleron.com, ArvShop, !ArvShop is the merchandise area, !ArvTrayon is the Patreon, which we're really trying to build back up. That really does help the channel, and you can get great stuff for yourself and the channel, so please consider jumping on board for that. And of course, subbing to the channel, as Triffid was nice enough to do, is always a big thing as well. So please consider doing that if you possibly can. On the publishing side, Icarus from the incredible Athos Arts, Library from the amazing Alligator Alley Entertainment. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley, and Grayshade. This is the one that I'm most focused on at the moment because I'm closing in on the end, folks, of Heretic, the final book in the Grey Assassin trilogy. Very proud of how this book is turning out. I've poured a lot of myself into it, and I think it's going to come out exceedingly well. I will have the manuscript off in the next week or so to the amazing EDE Bell, and then Emily is going to do her magic, and then we'll have beta reads and copyright, and copy edits and all that kind of stuff before we get things off to the lovely folks out in the world in the summer. And we're really going to make a push on this. I really want to make a push on this because I'm proud of it, and really try to get attention and focus on it to the extent I can. And it's an important series to me, and I hope it will be an important series to you lovely folks as well. So Grayshade, that will get you Grayshade and Renegade, the first 2 books in that series, which are already out, award-winning books. The audiobook of Grayshade from our very own Trent Sparks is also there, so you can check that out, of Grayshade. And then Renegade, then the tabletop game, let's talk about that first, with Brandon O'Brien and Alligator Alley of Grayshade. That'll be out late this year. You can pre-order that now, and you can pre-order Heretic, which, as I just said, final book in the Grey Assassin trilogy. That will be out in the summer of this year. So I'm very excited for all of those sorts of things, and you can support us over there too. Finally, BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help, and reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, Ukraine, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war. The Senate has passed very important bipartisan aid for the Ukraine war effort, and here's hoping that the House does what they should do, what is the American patriotic duty as well, which is to support them and continue that fight so that Ukraine wins, because it is critically important for democracy that they do so, and I think that they will. So that's what we got going on. Quick schedule change note, by the way. It was supposed to be the case that at 4:15 p.m. today, I was going to be over on GOG.com's Twitch channel with Pen and Pixels and Ghosts of Saltmarsh, but because of a player schedule conflict, we have rescheduled it to next week. So that's no big deal, basically. That means that I'm going to play Dredge today. Woo! More Dredge. Sign me up. I'm really loving that game. So we're going to play more of that today, and then next Tuesday, we will be back with D&D with GOG Ghosts of Saltmarsh over there. So we are switching things up. It's going to be good times. Totally agree, Geister. Totally agree. Basically, it's an investment in democracy, and I think that's a good thing. So that's the deal with that. And now I am excited to introduce a dear friend who has got a major announcement. So give me just 1 second here. Oh my God, I just saw what she said. Yeah, this is going to be perfect. You people are about to be overwhelmed, okay? You're about to be overwhelmed by stuff. So I am going to. Oh, I realized I never muted myself, so she actually heard me talking the whole time. Oh well. Well, that's fine. Now I'm going to unmute her so now she can be heard as much as I was. That's fine. It wasn't like I was saying anything secret. Like, some of these people, these German cartoonists, you can't really trust them, okay? Like, really. It wasn't like I was saying anything I wouldn't say directly to Tari. But I'm very excited for this, and I want to show you this chat because this is going to be a big deal, so get ready here, okay? So here we are, and I want to show you the art here. Look at, now see, I just want to point this out. You've got a red, where am I? There. You've got a red scroll right over there, right? You've got me wearing the red hat and the red shirt. You've got Fifi, channel mascot, up there in a dive bomb of love. That's a love dive bomb. I just want to be clear about what that actually is. So we are ready to go. Happy early Valentine's Day. And if you do not celebrate Valentine's Day, if it has resonance for you that you do not like, we apologize. We'd ask you to reconceive of those resonances and instead resonate with a bird that can burst into flames and then be reborn from its own ashes. That's the kind of resonance that we're looking for here. Tari, it's good to have you back on. How are you? Welcome. And how's life in the universe since I last spoke to you a week ago?
Hello, thanks for having me. Things are good. Also, for everybody who's not celebrating Valentine's Day, alaf to you and hello, because it's Carnival this weekend.
Oh, right.
Which is widely celebrated in these parts of the world, which would be like vaguely Catholic parts of Germany and the Netherlands, and I'm assuming Belgium. I think they also do that in parts of France. I'm not sure. I do know they do it in New Orleans. So I think it's Mardi Gras today, or was last week. I'm not sure what exactly their scheduling is over there. But
and Tari, Oa the One says it's a phoenix down. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. And if you knew what Tari and I were talking about in the green room for 5 minutes before this, you would very apt is all I'll say.
Ova knows about that one because he's one of the people I have been like spamming with me talking about the thing I've been working on.
Oh yeah, nice.
He's a very old friend of mine actually.
Oh, very cool.
Hi Ova. So the thing that we were talking about, I did mention that already last week on stream, though I don't think I went into particular detail about this. But today, I finally published some concept art for the game I've been working on, Beasties in My Bag.
Let's go. Yeah. I love it. Do you have a link to the Tumblr thing? I think we may have put a command on this, but if we haven't, we should.
I just put this thing on earlier today, so I doubt that somebody has like put up a command yet.
No, but I mean last week we might have put a command up for. I don't think we did, but we should at some point do one for Beasties in My Bag.
Yeah. It's a tabletop RPG that I've been working on. Where you go adventuring with a little supernatural monster guy that you either can take from the book or adapt from any piece of media you like, or you can make your very own. Everything is like included for that one. Also comes with its own bestiary.
Bestiary.
Yeah, bestiary. Yeah.
There we go. Look at that. Look how good that looks.
Thank you.
Look at that.
Colors are slightly crashing with the overlay.
What do you mean? It's totally, completely as if it was made for it.
Yeah. I will be posting updates on that Tumblr, and I also set up a Blue Sky account earlier today for that, though I haven't posted anything on there yet. Which is also called Beasties in My Bag, has the same avatars and everything as the Tumblr page. If you prefer to follow there, I'm also going to be posting everything I post on the Tumblr over there probably. So
This is good stuff. I like it. I also like how Fifi in this case is dive bombing Beasties in My Bag. But again, love bombing. So it's just like Fifi's like, shut up and take my money. Give me your product now.
Isn't love bombing like a medical term for like That's like adjacent to gaslighting or something.
Listen, you're not going to undercut my vibe for
I'm just
Beasties or
saying.
Valentine's Day. Okay, you're probably right, but I have no idea.
I'm not an expert. It's just like something that I've been seeing floating around. Of like, here's like a billion terms that people use people use wrongly because I don't know what it actually means.
Oh wow. Okay, let me see. Oh yeah. Whoops. Never mind that. Okay, it's not love bombing. It's love
Diving.
Yeah, love diving. The only thing that connects with is in Thailand. There's a love diving Phuket, but that's what it says.
So yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I decided to draw Fifi today, because the past days I've been drawing nothing but monsters, colorful little monster guys, or beasties as I call them in this game. So yeah, I really, really hope that you guys will check the game out once it's like reaches like public playtesting status, which is going to be a bit away from now. First, I'm going to do private playtesting. But yeah.
There may be the opportunity, chat, for some people may hear or see things related to this on this channel again. I'm just saying you may see those things. I'm very excited for Tari for this. It's going to be great, and we are back with illustration today. I will say just before we get started, as a reminder, that about a week ago, during the Beowulf stream, actually, I was starting to feel poorly. And that turned out to be the arrival of a not great cold, which stuck with me for much of the week. And I am feeling much better, and I am, most of that is all okay. But you can still hear some of it in my voice, and so there'll be a little bit of nose blowing and all that stuff. I promise you, it's a lot better than I feel like I removed half my body's weight in mucus over the weekend. It was not great. But now we're good. We're safe. We're on the other side. But it means that my voice is slightly ragged, so I apologize. You'll just have to listen to the dulcet tones of Tari while this drawing is going on.
My oh so pleasant voice. That's what people come here for. Yeah.
That's why they're here.
Sure they are.
But it is a great pleasure to have Tari back with us. And yeah, we are doing today, chat, Battleblade Warrior. Now, for those of you who have not joined us for one of these things before, the way this works, first of all, this is book 31 in the series, book 31, direct from Penguin. This one was published in 1988 is when this was published. And the writer of this, the author of this, is Mark Gascoigne. And there's an interesting side connection to that, because Mark Gascoigne then later on would go on to become the head editor for Black Library, which does all of the Warhammer 40K novels and stuff like that. So he was the one, and Dan Abnett publishes through them and stuff. So that was Mark Gascoigne's project for a while. He also was one of the editors for Angry Robot, which was a fairly prominent one, and I believe at the moment he is the lead editor for Aconite Books. But before he did any of all that, before he was just a young man, he was doing some gamebook illustration, gamebook streams, including this one. And I love that cover. Like I said, Triffid, nothing shows love more than fighting off the battle of a lizard folk on a pterodactyl with a spear. I feel like that's
also a 3-cup armor bikini.
Yeah, we noticed that too. I think the last time we looked at the cover, and we were like, "Wow, what is up with that?" So yeah, I'm sure these are all things we're going to have to learn. Okay.
Something the lusty Argonian made.
The lusty Argonian made. Oh, this last one is for Echo. Before we get started, so Echo, I want you to see out here. Once the if I can get it to let me see. Can I get it to cut down on the light? Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but we finally have a legit, honest-to-God, actual snowstorm. First one in like 2 years. This one is going to have dropped something like 7 or 8 inches, which around here, under the circumstances, has been made. It is so awesome to see it. Yeah, I will try to provide more thorough images than that. I'm going to be taking my son snow tubing tomorrow afternoon, which is going to be after school for him.
Snow tubing?
Which is going to be great. Snow tubing, yeah.
What is it?
You don't know what snow tubing is?
Yeah, maybe I just don't know the word.
Really? So it's basically, you know snow sledding, right? Like sledding down a hill. So it's the same thing, except you're doing it with a tube, basically, like large inner tube that's specially designed to go down hills and stuff like that. But the reason snow tubing is what they do at a lot of, like, when you go to a like a mountain where people go skiing, a lot of them now do tubing as well. So they basically like create a hill with a bunch of like little lanes, and then they put you on a big tube and you can go down these lanes. And it's a ton of fun, and we haven't been able to do it for like almost 2 years.
Okay. No, yeah, I get it. I was like imagining like a cylinder that you like lay up made of plastic. Like, how the hell is that supposed to work? You just roll sideways? No, it's like a floaty thing.
No,
like
like exactly, like a tube, like you would go on, like a tubing you'd go on the river or on the water or something.
Yeah.
But down the hill. So we have some new snow tubes that we recently purchased because I wanted to I like literally haven't had sleds. Like haven't had any, like I haven't bought a sled. I have my father's old sled from decades ago, and pretty much that's the only real sled the family's had for years. And I was like, you know what, the time has come. So we got 2 LL Bean tubes, snow tubes, which are considered among the best. And I was like, I'm manifesting this snow into existence. And it took a little while to manifest. We've used them once so far this season, but we'll definitely be using them again tomorrow. So as far as my son's reaction, Echo, he was sort of surprised. I don't think it totally sunk in. The fact that he didn't have to go to school, because they also haven't had school canceled very much because of all this, is sort of surprising to him. And yeah, I'm looking forward to having him. I like the winter. I mean, like, I like all the different seasons. If I wanted to live in nothing but, warm, humid weather with terrible politics, I'd go live in Florida. So obviously I'm up here for another reason, and that's because I like the winter when it's winter. So yeah. Anyway, so Echo has been kind enough to send some snow pictures from Norway, and it's nice to know that I actually can contribute my own snow this time. So all right, Tari, I'm going to blow my nose and mute myself, and while I do that, you can figure out what we should do for music for today. This one I think is just battling off a lizard folk empire. So you think about that?
Well, I can only think of like specific songs from games, like specific parts of the Chrono Trigger soundtrack, because of like the whole part where you go back into the Stone Age and have to fight the lizard people. But that's not enough for a whole stream. That's like 3 songs or something.
But actually, I don't think that's a bad idea, though, honestly, because I don't think we've ever done the Chrono Trigger one. Like, this doesn't feel to me like a Conan the Barbarian deal. This feels so Chrono Trigger's a good one.
I mean, yeah, it's one of my favorite video game soundtracks of all time. So
yeah,
I'm not going to be complaining.
Yeah, no, I'm all about that. That's
and
all
once
good.
that is done, we can do Chrono Cross with it. Also, fantastic music.
So good. I think there's a Chrono Cross remaster on the way, which I heard about.
It's already out. I told you about that one. When
you did tell me. Yes, you did. You were the one who told me.
It was like the whole reason how I was finally able to finish that game, because like I tried to like emulate it like years ago. It was just like such a pain. Oh my god!
Did the remaster help? Because I do remember.
Yeah, the remaster helped because it has some quality of life things in it, such as like a speed up option. Which just like makes combat go so much faster, and also like no die option, because like the balancing is kind of all over the place. So
I have to try that.
This battle is too frustrating. Okay, just gonna push this button here, and now it's not frustrating anymore.
Nice, I have to try that. And yeah, Geister, it really was. The music was super good. Okay, this also has. Oh wait, I literally was talking to you about this. And then I put in Chrono Cross while I was talking.
That's fine. We can start with Chrono Cross.
Are you sure? Because you said Chrono. No. Let's do we said Chrono Trigger. I wasn't trying to avoid Chrono Trigger. I just literally was like talking, and I like unconsciously went, "How about this?" Okay. So yeah, I've actually done a fair bit of writing to the Chrono Cross song "Radical Dreamers." Done by Sam Griffin. He did a full album with the composer of the Chrono Cross soundtrack, and it's amazing. Sam Griffin has been on our channel before, actually. He's one of the Super Guitar Bros, and it's great. Like, if you want the coziest, like, chillest music to listen to, it's great.
Unless you played the games, and you're gonna cry, probably.
Well, yes, there's that. There is that. Arvan just didn't want to trigger himself. He wanted to cross himself. Yes, indeed. Okay, so here we are, chat. We have
give me link.
Oh yes, sorry. Link is. Look, we've only been doing this for multiple years. Okay, like I is just a. Okay, there you go. I just sent it to you. Okay, I forgot that. That's really good Overland music too. Okay, so chat, what we have to do is we have to think of the name for this. So I'm going to read you the back cover, and the reason I'm doing this is so that you folks have a sense of the tone of this game, okay, what this book is going to look like. Then we're going to need nominations for the actual character. To be clear, we are not playing the 3-part chest plate lizard folk pterodactyl rider on the cover. I'm sorry, we're not playing that one. We're fighting against those guys.
No, Oz is going to have 6 cups.
Yeah, exactly. Tari was really excited about the prospect, but I'm sure there'll be plenty of lizard folk illustration nonetheless. But we have to play, so we have to come up with a name for this. So here's the description, and then I want nominations for names from everybody, okay? So, for 6 years, Vimorna has been besieged, but soon it must fall to the evil lizard men. Day after day, you fight alongside your war-weary mother, Queen Periel, but only divine assistance can save you now. Then the great Lord Telak appears in a dream. You are the one chosen to seek out the weapon which will aid you and your city against the dark forces. Your mission will be fraught with danger, but you must succeed. You are Vimora's only hope. All right, so we have to save Vimorna, chat, okay? Vimorna for life. We have to save Vimorna. And so we are Vimorna's last chance. This is basically it. I'll also give you the map, so you can take a look at the map here. There is the map. How are lizard folk playing the lute and the mandolin? They have culture, Ova, okay? They have plenty of culture. And so there's the map. There's us. So now, yes, we do actually nominate Chat Chosen Game of the Month. That's true, we do. Thank you, Trivia. That is a good point. Yes. Okay, so chat, I need suggestions for names. What should... And also, hi, Effect Life. I think I said hi, but if I didn't, then hello, how are you? This is, of course, the amazing ArvBot Plus provided to us by the amazing Effect Life. What should we call our character?
Well, what is our setting like? What's like the theme beyond lizard people? Is it like a Stone Age thing because of the dinosaurs, or what's happening?
Tari, I just read you the back cover that clearly describes every... I don't know. Let me see. I think it is... It feels sort of vaguely Mongolian to me. Like, because I'm just judging that based on stuff like, for example, if you can see that. Like, you got a saber-toothed tiger, you got the horse, you got the Mongolian-looking dude there, right? I'm thinking it's more like... That's my guess.
Like steppe people.
Yes. And I see lizard folk riding on the back of a rhinoceros here.
The famous rhinoceros of the Turkic steppe.
Exactly. Hey, what's up, MST? Okay, Mardi Gras in honor of the day. Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, my God.
Okay, Mardi Gras. MSTK 3K, Steve. Also, hi, MST. Steve. Okay, I like it. Basil Battleminsk. Ooh, that's a good one. These are some good ones today. Konina, the daughter of the barbarian. See, but the thing is... Okay. The daughter of the barbarian. And also, we could also have male, female, non-binary. Anything is optional. Anything is available. All right, we've got Mardi Gras, Steve, Basil Battleminsk, Konina, the daughter of the barbarian. Randomly generated, Aspen Windhaven. Ooh. That sounds either like a good name for us or a golf club. Welcome to Aspen Windhaven. Because it's got the pretentious Y in there instead of I for no reason. Beef Hard Chunk. Well, so MST, you only get one nomination per person. Do you want me to replace Steve with Beef Hard Chunk? Because that is pretty funny. Batar Lashes. Tarina Thrask. No, wait now. Are you sticking with Basil Battleminsk or Tarina Thrask? No, it's all good. I'm going to do Beef Hard Chunk instead of Steve because that is very funny. All right. These are some great ones. Wow, you folks are on point today. Mardi Gras, Beef Hard Chunk, Basil Battleminsk, Konina, the daughter of the barbarian, Aspen Windhaven, and Batar Lashes. I have no idea which of these I like the best. I like all of these. Of your group, I think my favorite so far is Basil Battleminsk. But I'm a Baldur's Gate guy. Baldur's Gate, 1 and 2 in particular guy, Echo, so.
Well, you haven't played 3, so.
That's true. I have not. But Minsk is Minsk, connected? Is there, call outs to Minsk in there?
Oh, Minsk is in that one.
Oh, he's in it? Okay.
Spoilers, I guess? Is that
How dare you?
now?
Okay, yeah, right.
I'm not sure. Minsk, it would... Okay. It would have been really fucking weird if they wouldn't have put Minsk in this game. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I guess they're sort of obligated at this point. Okay, so I'm going to open up this. I'm going to close nominations. I'm going to open up the poll. The top 3 vote getters will go through, and then we'll have another vote among the top 3. So go ahead and vote, chat. Mardi Gras, Beef Hard Chunk, Basil Battleminsk, Konina the Daughter of the Barbarian, Aspen Windhaven, Batar Lashes. You vote by saying $vote, that's all one word, space, and then the number you want. 1 for Mardi Gras, 2 for Beef Hard Chunk, 3 for Basil, 4 for Konina, 5 for Aspen, or 6 for Batar Lashes. I like Batar Lashes too because it just feels like, but I am Batar Lashes. That sounds like something you'd see on Ultimate Beastmaster or something. Oh, sorry. Blah. I'm almost done with this freaking cold. I feel fine, but...
It's not done with you,
It's not done with me. No, I know. It's really true. All right. BRB. Entertain the crowd. Sorry, I'm going to run down and grab my tissue box.
Well, you could put on my drawings. That would be entertaining for the crowd, I think.
God damn it! All right, hang on a second.
You're a bit beside yourself today, aren't you?
Yeah. Listen, I'm trying to overcome my cold. There we go. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now, oh wow, yeah, definitely comment on that, chat.
A photorealistic rendering of the character from the cover, I feel. You expected something, but not that. Yeah, good. Need to keep the fans on their toes. What are you guys voting for? Let's see. Mardi Gras has 2 and Batar Lashes has 2.
Okay.
Greg.
Yes.
Earlier today, I heard or read the most interesting combination of words.
Okay.
Fraggle Rack. In comment on some Muppets with huge boobs.
Fraggle Rack. That is, I mean, you're objectifying this warrior. I'm sure it's a warrior, and you're objectifying it. Do we even know for certain it's a female?
I didn't specify that this lizard person was female. Could be a guy.
Are you suggesting there have been some enhancements to this this
Possibly.
gentleman?
A lady never tells.
Okay.
Neither does a gentleman.
I know warriors can be sexy. I'm just suggesting that maybe those are not the assets being emphasized in this drawing that we're currently seeing. I'm just pointing that out. Look at those lashes. Yeah, yes. Okay. So this looks good, Chad. I'm going to last call this. We need one more. Well, if we don't get another vote, then probably I would put forward Mardi Gras and Batar Lashes as the top 2 vote getters. So that's what we're looking at right now. So last opportunity. Going once. Going twice. Okay. So Basil has gotten it. So now we have 3 votes. Okay. All right. So now we're going to close those. We're going to clear the unfortunate beef hard chunk. But I saw that MST was like, thank you for not voting for mine. We're going to get rid of Konina and Aspen Windhaven. All good choices, to be clear. All right. Mardi Gras, Basil Battleminsk, and Batar Lashes. Okay, here we go, chat. Second vote. The top vote getter here will win. The top vote getter between Mardi Gras, that's $vote space 1, Basil Battleminsk, $vote space 2, or Batar Lashes, $vote space 3. Yeah, and don't forget that, yeah, there you go. I think you're going to have to do that without the oops, MST. There you go. Oh, Batar Lashes opening up the lead. You know, I feel like, I don't know, Tari, I have this sense that maybe a certain illustration that we're looking at may be influencing the vote. I'm just saying, there seems like maybe a touch. Got huge tracks of lashes and all. You know.
Yeah.
It sure influenced mine. Oh man, this was the thing where the freaking robot rap that song. Oh man. $vote space 3. Very funny, you Christensen. Also hi. Oh.
Got all of her assets protected. So what is our protagonist like anyway?
That I'm going to talk about. Actually, yeah, I'm going to talk about that right now. Give me one sec here. Okay, great. Right. Good to see you, Christensen. Okay, here we go. So, looks like Batar Lashes is maybe going to pull this one out, folks, I think. I'm going to last call this, and then we're going to talk about exactly what Tari just said. Okay. And this is back to the much more standard stuff without, like, we don't have a cat this time and all that, you know, which is, you know, that's, yeah, I know, that part's unfortunate, but I'm not going to complain because, frankly, my feeling was Chasms of Malice was a lot better in theory than execution. So we'll see how this actually works.
It did get me to do some of my best work, though.
No question about that. That's absolutely true. Mew, 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 mew. Okay. Right. And we are going to close it. The winner is, congratulations, Geister, for this nomination, Batar Lashes. Oh, yeah. Okay. So now we have that. Thank you, chat. Get ready to do a lot more of that voting. Okay, so
Does
Batar
sound
Lashes.
like a drag name. Maybe
yeah,
our character is a drag queen.
that's true. Batar Lashes. Who knew that that Ben Smith was actually Batar Lashes? Okay, chat. You are about to embark on a momentous quest that will decide the fate of not just yourself, but a whole city and possibly an entire country. Before embarking on your great adventure, you must first determine your own strengths and weaknesses. Okay, so here is where I need someone to volunteer to roll dice for us today. Remember, you can do that in chat now using the power of ArvBot Plus. You can actually roll dice, and maybe Effect Life would be kind enough to demo that just for a moment, to roll various dice for us. Oh, wait, let me put up this thing. Wait a second. Okay, now I have it, so it should also... it should capture on screen what you roll in chat. So there we go. You saw it right there. That was Effect Life rolling 2d6 plus 5, and that's what gave us this that thing that you see on screen. So with all of that, that means that now we can actually roll dice to determine our statistics. So, chat, can I get someone to volunteer to roll dice for Batar Lashes? And we actually, I guess, should figure out the pronouns here. Are this... We have a... Is this a he, him, she, her, they, them?
Oh, that's a she, her.
Okay.
Drag queen.
We got the she, her going on.
Oh, she also got it going on.
These jokes are just going to keep on rolling, I think. I mean, it is Valentine's Day, the day before, so, like, you know. So who's going to volunteer?
Oh my god, I'm going to give her a Valentine's theme.
Don't everyone jump at once. No, I know, MST, right? Okay, who wants to do? Who wants to be... See, the thing is, that people feel like it's a lot of pressure, even though all it really is just triggering some random dice rolls. But I know it feels like a lot of pressure, mostly because people then will blame the person who loses. No, I'm just kidding. We won't do that.
We'll publish their home address online so that people can go to their house and complain to them in person.
Gee, I'll tell you what, these days, it's good. I'll roll if nobody else wants to do it. Is no one else going to do it? Yeah, that's true. You did grab a Mongolian name. Oh, we have two. Okay, well, so Effect Life, let's have Effect Life start with it, I guess. Or Triffid, either one actually works. 1 second as I get rid of this advertisement. Stop with your advertisement. Stop your advertisement. Okay, and there we go. All right, Effect Life. I'll volunteer if Effect Life needs to take a break. Okay, so it looks like we'll start with, assuming this is okay, we'll have Effect Life, and then if Effect Life needs to take a break, we'll have MST do this. So, first one is going to be skill. Now, this one is very important, chat. So, $vote, or not $vote, what did I just say? $roll, and this one's going to be 1d6. So, we're going to roll 1d6 for this one. Skill. 4. Okay, that is solid. That is a solid skill score. So we have a skill of 10. Okay. Now, the next one that we have is stamina, and stamina is our health points. So for this one, 2 dice, please, for this Effect Life. 2d6. And we have 10. That's actually a good stamina score because we add 12 to that. So our stamina is 22. So we are quite healthy. And then we also have, let's move that up there. We also have luck. And so luck is going to be, what do you call it?
A lady tonight?
A lady tonight. 1d6. So this is 1d6, and then we're going to add 6 to that. 4. These are some good, solid rolls. Like, nothing is the best, but we haven't had any, like, oh, God, these rolls. We haven't anything like that either, so that's very good. So there we go. Skill, stamina, and luck. Good rolls. Excellent start. And then battles are just standard. Fighting more than one opponent is standard. Luck is standard. All that is standard. Let's see.
Oh, nothing about Batar. What was the last name again?
Batar Lashes.
Batar Lashes is standard.
That's probably fair. And I don't think we have any even like provisions yet or anything like that. We have we do have provisions. We haven't gotten it listed yet, but we will see at some point. It says we can carry up to 4 provisions, but it doesn't say that we start with any provisions, I don't believe. So, all right. Above average for now, don't jinx it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. We do not want to jinx it. All right, let's see. So I'm going to pull up an image while Tari is doing her amazing work. I'm going to pull up an image for, let's see, for the opening sequence here. Let's see if it has it. Besieged. Yeah, we do. Haha, nice. Okay. Excuse me. All right. Open image tab. Put that over there and move this over here. Okay, here we go, chat. So, let's see. Move that over there. I'm going to put that there. And then I'm going to bring this in. So, internal image. Okay. Let's see. No, not that one. Window capture is what we want. Okay. It's always to be noted that when I do this, it's always helpful just to get a sense of what the tone of the book is, which Tari had mentioned herself, even though, obviously, this art is just a pale shadow of what Tari's doing, but, just to give people a sense of what's there. And we're going to move that down to the bottom.
I feel like I've accidentally designed the Sailor Moon Villain of the Week.
Well, I don't know what to say to that, actually. All right, here we go, chat. This is the internal illustration that we have for this. Vaimorna besieged. As the might of the Lizardman Empire smashed like an ocean breaker against its walls once more, the besieged city of Vaimorna shuddered, but held. Along the ragged lines of its shattered walls, desperate men and women fought, though they were dying on their feet. Their energy sapped by 6 years of starvation and malnutrition, the battered troops held firm through sheer willpower. For every pace the reptilian troops gained, the defenders vowed 100 lizard corpses would lie. But the lizard men could bear such losses and more, for the might of the Lizard King's armies was colossal. Soon, very soon, the evil humanoids would break Vaimorna's last ring of defenses, even if they had to dismantle the city stone by stone, brick by brick. The empire of the Lizard Kings would not rest until all the lands of southern Alanzia were ensnared under its cruel dominion. Inside the city. All this you know, for your mother is Queen Periel, the lion-hearted woman who now commands Vaimorna's defenses. Your father, Alexandros II, was struck down by a poisoned javelin in a counterattack to keep the reptilian hordes from the outer wall of the castle at the center of the city. His death made a warrior of your mother, but this and years of constant bombardment has changed her beyond belief. Where once she was beauty and grace, she is now thin-lipped sternness, her eyes red-ringed through lack of sleep and the side effects of her sorceress searches for supernatural aid. Night after night, the queen pleads with the gods and their servants for divine help against the overwhelming odds, and each night she receives no answer. It is as if there is a war in the heavens as well as on Titan, and the forces of evil and chaos are winning there too. Your father's death also made a warrior of you, and now you ride into battle alongside your mother. Between raids and wall duties, you help tend the sick, arrayed in rows in the great hall of the castle. 1 second here.
So we are not a drag queen, but a drag princess, is what you're saying.
Drag princess, that's right. Between raids and wall duties, you helped. Between raids, wall duties, and shows at the local club, you help tend the sick, arrayed in rows in the great hall of the castle. There are wounded warriors by the score, but also a great many women and children injured by flying missiles or simply suffering from malnutrition. Food is now very scarce and strictly rationed, and it is only owing to good planning that it has lasted so long. Troubled dreams. What is perhaps worse than the lack of food is the constant lack of sleep. It would be hard enough to sleep anyway, with a bombardment of rocks and exploding balls of sulfur. But each night the enemy conjure up spirits and demons which howl around the towers of the castle until dawn. Their screaming, often joined by sorcerous thunder and lightning, would keep all but the most desperately tired awake. However, on this night even you sleep. You spent most of the evening helping to put out a massive fire blazing in the south tower of the castle, started by a flaming brand which had hurled into the cities from one of the many giant catapults stationed just out of reach of the city's archers. When the fire was out, you didn't bother returning to your quarters in the main keep, but just found an empty corner, pulled your stained cloak over yourself, and slept. Dawn breaks and you awake, savoring the warmth of your corner and the light on your eyes before opening them. But the castle is somehow different. You lie still for a moment before sitting up with a start. There's nothing but silence. Everywhere is quiet, so quiet you can hear your breath coming in short gulps as you rub the sleep from your eyes with your dirty fists to find yourself alone in a corner of the inner hall. All you can see are the bare, rubble-strewn flagstones, the first traces of weeds poking up between them as if stretching for the sunlight, which beams through the gaps in the shattered roof. "By Telak's golden sword!" you exclaim aloud, using the oath your mother always forbade you to utter in those far-off days before the siege. Sorry, I should have given a content warning, chat. I'm sorry. There will be some swearing in here. I apologize for the use of Telak's golden sword. The siege, you remember. The siege and mother. What in the name of all the heavens is going on? "By Telak's golden sword!" you exclaim again. No. "Indeed you may..." Oh no, that's got to be a echo. "Indeed you may ask," comes a voice from behind you. You spin round and look up in wonder. Atop the ruined wall above you stands a glowing figure, a hefty warrior armed for battle and clad in brilliant golden armor. About his feet stalks a lion, which must be fully grown, though it is dwarfed by the radiant figure. Great Marlin's beard. What's up, Cujo? "Know you not who I am, my child? You called on me just a moment ago, though in truth I was here awaiting you." The warrior intones in a voice that rumbles like thunder round a distant mountain. His gleaming emerald eyes stare deep into yours, flashing with supernatural power. The task of Telak. You drop to your knees more out of amazement than respect, for you know now that the figure before you is little Arv, my daughter, bringing a hamburger and fries up to me.
Nice.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Finally, a good book. I could go
I know the feeling. Okay. You know now that the figure before you is Telak, the sword bearer, lord of courage, and patron of all who bear arms against evil. Can I get a hashtag Let's Go Telak in chat? Let's go Telak. All right. My lord, you stammer, what would you have of me? "Do not be afraid," rumbles the heavenly voice, "for you must listen carefully to what I tell you. The dark forces that oppose both of us are gathering for a final assault. Even as I speak, demonic legions begin to batter at the gates of my ethereal palace, just as they batter at the very doors of yours. What is needed is an earthly victory against evil, and soon, to divert the Lizard King's deathless masters away from my doors so I can properly come to Vaimorna's aid. Know you of a place called the Dirtalaken, Telak's Mount? It is one of twin peaks in the Lion Heights far to the northeast of Vaimorna. You must go there and find a weapon which will aid you and your city against evil. Seek out the man they call Lascar." The Golden Warrior's voice fades as if attention were elsewhere, and the lion at his legs growls. "I must depart to secure my own gates. Go and serve me well. Wheresoever I can, I will aid you, for you are a warrior now, and under my protection." The Golden Warrior and his lion fade away, and a rough hand is shaking you awake. Through the musty gloom of the inner hall, you can see others rising and shaking themselves. From all around you comes the sound of coughing, stamping, chattering, mingled with the distant sounds of battle. The mission. "It is decided then. All the omens are with you. You must depart as soon as you are able. Your mother looks stern, but you know from her eyes that she is dreading your leaving on such a dangerous mission. Around the room, everyone shares Queen Periel's mingled look of trepidation and resolve, but all nod their heads at the decision. You will leave a few hours before dawn to give you the best chance of crossing through the enemy's encampment. In the darkness, you may be able to pass through their lines, though I still fear for you. I was chosen, Mother, you state simply, and leave to prepare for your journey. Okay, so we need to get a weapon, and we need to find the man they call Lascar. Find Lascar. Got to find our boy Lascar. Oh, I haven't saved this yet, actually. I think it's kind of important to save our guy. There we go. Okay, February 13th. This is the preparation music, chat. All right, now I can get rid of this to reveal. Ah ha ha! The power of Batar lashes, as you can see. Dawn is not far away. All night, the bombardment of the city has continued, but somehow you managed to rest and relax a little in preparation for your journey. Now, with the moon set and the first few glimmers of the light on the horizon, you were in the secluded room of your mother, Queen Periel, making your final preparations for your journey. You are dressed in sturdy clothes, but with minimal armor so you can move quickly. Hello?
Minimal armor, indeed.
Oh, yes. Minimal armor. You have a strong cloak, though, to protect you from the elements and to keep you warm at night. There is a large rucksack filled with supplies for provisions. There we go. And your trusty sword and hunting knife. Okay, sword. I always love that hunting knife is for some reason has a hyphen in there. All right. While
Like
you're
Spider-Man?
getting ready, say again.
It's like Spider-Man, also needs to be hyphened.
Yes, exactly. Spider-Man. While you're getting ready, the queen goes to a chest and pulls 3 items from it. Oh, look at that. We got Grimbeard Adventures showing up and a raid from Wenchkin. Hey, we're cooking with gas today. First of all, hello to Grimbeard Adventures. If you have not had a chance to follow Grimbeard Adventures, you totally should. I like a lot of what Grimbeard does with tabletop stuff and using a very cool 3D virtual table setup. So you should definitely follow that. Grimbeard, welcome. And secondly, Wenchkin, my friend, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome to Night Owl Benny. What's going on? Great pleasure. Wenchkin, what were you playing today? What was the raid about? And for those coming in, by the way, I apologize. My voice is a little ragged. I'm getting over a cold. I'm fine. I'm just getting over a cold. But we are playing this Gamebook illustration stream with the amazing TariToons Illustrated. Thank you, Night Owl Benny, for the follow. I appreciate it. We are playing Battleblade Warrior. Oh, a bit of World of Warcraft. Ah, very cool, very cool. You should absolutely follow Wenchkin, who is a wonderful streamer and has also a spectacularly awesome Australian accent. I love the Australian accent. It's good stuff. And Wenchkin is a good streamer. You should totally follow him. Good to see you, man. I hope all's well. I think I've seen you since the new year, but if not, Happy New Year. And welcome, everybody. So, all right. Battleblade Warrior. So we are in the midst of a city that is under siege. We are battling against the lizard folk army. And we have just been visited by our god and the Telak, T-E-L-A-K, who has told us we must find a weapon meant by a man named Lascar. And apparently he, the god, is currently also under siege. So we need to win, or possibly the gods will also fall. So there's kind of a lot on the line here, is what I'm saying, basically. And chat is the one who votes on what we do. I am joined, as always, for these streams by TariToons, who is a dear friend and spectacular illustrator who is wonderful good. Who is wonderful good.
Oh, that's my alignment, yeah?
Yeah, exactly. Wonderful good. There's chaotic, wonderful good. Anyway, who is wonderfully good at illustration and at art, and in this particular case, has been doing illustrations of our game book. So this is our main character, as decided by chat. This is Batar Lashes. So, and we were told that has minimal armor. So Tari has decided to take that and go to town with it. So we've got minimal armor for this. Okay, now the queen has gone to a chest while we're getting ready and pulled 3 items from it. These belong to your father, she says, and I know he would want them to be put to good use. Now, it says you may take 2 of these objects by going to the appropriate passages. Let me just double check something and see. Okay, so here's the thing. You're not allowed to see the description of these before you go to them, which is a little frustrating. But what it means is there are 3 things that we can take. There's 3 options for us to take. We can take 2 of them. So what I'm going to ask for is for people to vote on which of the things they want to take first. And we can only take 3 of these. There is a bow and 3 silvered arrows.
Oh, we take the bow and arrow because of our Cupid theme, right?
That's true, actually. It is Valentine's Day, Cupid, absolutely. A bottle containing pale liquid. And a small glass globe filled with a swirling cloud of dust specks. What should we take? Question mark. All right, so the top 3. So again, we're trying to decide which we can get. We can only pick 2 of these. So vote on the one that you want us to take first. $ vote space and then the number. If you want to take the bow and 3 silvered arrows, type in chat $ vote, that's all one word, space, and then the number 1, and then you would get the bow. If you want the bottle containing pale liquid, $ vote space 2, and if you want the small glass globe, $ vote space 3. Oh, previous message. Oh, the multi-vote. Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. I'm going to clear that. I forgot about this. So, so how do we do this then, Effect Life? What do I set up? What do I set this up for? Like, what do I set the multi to if we can pick 2 out of 3? Do I just set it for 2 and they can vote for 2 things? That's what I do, right? I set it for 2. I think I would set it for 2. I forgot that this is a new option that Effect Life added. And what it means is that you can vote for 2 things, I believe, if I set it for 2. But I want Effect Life to confirm. I think it's 2 is what I set it for. You set the multi. Okay, so I'm going to set the multi to 2, and then everyone will be able to vote twice. And you can remove one of your votes if you change your mind. So let me do this again. So here we go. So now, again, you can vote for the 2 options you want. Bow and 3 silvered arrows, a bottle containing pale liquid, and a small glass globe. So you go $ vote space, and then the number, and then you get to do that again until you've made your decision. And the top 2 vote getters are going to be the ones that we choose. Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Effect Life. Oh, you're home today. What's up, Drew? Due to snow. Yeah. The snow is actually just stopped by us about 10 minutes ago. And, yeah, it's legit. We got a good, I'd say, 6 inches, which, given what it's been like around here recently, I'm going to have a turkey burger, a bite or 2 of that, chat. I hope you'll forgive me.
I won't. I'm hungry.
I don't care if Tari forgives me. Tari has to forgive herself for making a drag queen as our main character.
Why would I forgive myself for that? This is a inspired decision. Thank you.
What's the theme? Mongolian. I'm sorry, you said drag queen? She is a sexy character. That's not the issue. I like how chat is doing exactly what I thought, which is where I'm like, bro, I'm taking that bow 100%. Like, I'm not sure what to do about the others, but I'm 100% taking the bow.
So, Batar Lashes. Yeah? How do you spell that? It's like a double A?
It is a double A. B-A-A-T-A. Right now, the bow is in first. Pretty confident we're going to take that, but we're directly tied on that second, and we are going to need someone else. We are going to need one of those bottle or the globe to be a little higher. So you can always change your vote by going $ change vote space and then the number. You don't like IPAs?
That's a type of beer, right?
No, Echo, I'm with you. I hear silvered, and I think, oh, so we got either undead or werewolves on the way. That's what I hear.
No, it's just because Batar has cold undertones in her skin, so silver just suits her better than gold.
Oh, I see. Thank you for testing that, Echo. I forgot about that. Effect Life actually had just told me, and I missed it, so sorry. Yes, so that has been changed. All right, last call. No, I think Echo did 2 votes. I'm pretty sure he did 2. Yeah, I think he's all good, Christensen. He just removed one of them because he wanted to change one of those votes. Oh, all right. Well, that's actually cool, though. So you can change vote 1, 3. Oh, that's very cool. I didn't know that. But either way, it works. All right. So going once. Going twice. Okay. There we go. Good stuff. All right. So the winners, plural, are the bow and 3 silvered arrows.
Nice.
And the small glass globe. So let's see what each of those are. I literally typed in blow and 3 silver arrows. You want me to go fight it against an entire army myself after not having sleep for 6 years? I'm going to take that blow, Mom, all right? That's how this is going to work. Oh, my God. Okay, let's see what we got. So the bow and 3 silvered arrows, it says this. This bow is made from finely worked bone. Oh, it's a bone bow. And has a great many charms and sigils carved into it. Its 3 silvered arrows are turned to perfection, and you know that whenever you fire one, you will be almost guaranteed of hitting and destroying your target. Every time you use an arrow, you have to cross it off. Wow, so it's like a guaranteed kill, basically, I guess.
Nice.
Almost guaranteed. All right, so there's that. And then the second one is the swirling globe. The globe contains fragments of crystal from petrified glowworms. All you need to do is shake the globe, which will light up, slowly fading after about 5 minutes. Nice, we got a light globe. It's a freaking, it's a, what do they call those things? The things that you like, you know, they give them out at, like New Year's Eve. You shake it like a glow stick. And yes, I will reset that multi now, yeah. Yeah, the glow stick, yep. All right. Give me a second whilst I blow my nose. Mute myself to blow my nose. You know what that reminds me of, Echo? The sci-fi future barbarians. I've talked about this on the show, on the channel before, is Thundar the Barbarian. It's a post-apocalyptic barbarian, like... Da, 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 and he uses a light sword, basically. He uses a lightsaber. All right. So, yes, I am very happy that we got these. This is a good choice. Watch the bottle. It's like, this pale liquid will cause you to automatically win the game. Like, no, I'm sure I wouldn't say that. All right, good stuff. So, we now have 2 items, and the time has come. You have several options as far as routes and your method of traveling are concerned. After long discussions with Vimorna's most learned experts, those who are still alive at any rate, it was agreed that you could leave a city with a band of warriors who would try to force their way out through the enemy lines and enable you to flee from the besieged city on foot, heading north and then east to your goal. Alternatively, you could take the same route but attempt to leave the city in secret, sneaking through the enemy lines just before dawn. Finally, you could sneak down to the docks and attempt to steal a boat, which would take you a fair distance up the River Vimorn before you head east to your goal. Will you try to break out by force, sneak away before dawn, or try to steal a boat? Now, let me see if I can find a map here to make this decision easier. Nice, we do have one, okay. All right, let me... let's see. Okay, this one I'm going to go down here. Move to top. Okay. Because this one is going to be... I got to expand this quite a bit so we can see the map here. Is it the best they can do? Really? I guess so. I guess that's the best they can do. All right, well, it's zoomed in a little hardcore, but... All right. Okay, here we go, chat. So, again, the choices are you could break out of the city by force, and then head north and then east. So Vimorna is sort of hard to see, but if you see where the plains are, those Axehead plains, if you then go over to that, if you go straight down, you'll see there's a little C there you can see, and that's Capra. And below that is our city, Vimorna. So we could break out north into the Axehead plains and then cut east by force. We could sneak away before dawn, so again, going north and east, but trying to sneak away rather than breaking through. Or we could try to steal a boat and go up the river, the Vimorna River. And the Vimorna River, you can see, is literally the river that extends out of the city. Yeah, I know, Geister. It's not great. So you just have to kind of get the general sense of it. So the question is, do we break out? All right. Break out to the north by force, then cut east. Sneak out of the city to the north, then cut east. Or, or do we try to steal a boat and take the river Vimorna east? All right, chat, what's it going to be? $ vote space 1 means we break out to the north by force, then cut east. $ vote space 2 means that we sneak out of the city to the north, then cut east. Or $ vote space 3 means we try to steal a boat and then take the river Vimorna east. Those are our three options. No, that's a good guess, though, Drew. That's actually the original Chrono Trigger OST right now in the background.
Oh, what did Drew guess? What it was?
He thought the OG FF7 soundtrack. It's not a terrible guess. But no, this is a little more, SNES, which I think Chrono Trigger was originally an SNES game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you ever felt this way, Tari. I always felt like everyone loved the music system on SNES. I always thought, though, that the bass was really muffled. Like, it was always like the SNES soundtracks all had really awesome soundtracks, but they always sounded really muffled to me and dark. I'm not sure.
I haven't played on a legit SNES since I was like 5.
Okay,
so
fair enough.
I've only emulated since, and I wouldn't know how much an emulator stacks up against.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Like sound-wise.
Hey, Craigery, what's up? So yeah, do we break out to the north by force, then cut east, sneak out of the city to the north and cut east, or try to steal a boat? Right now, we're tied with break out to the north and try to steal a boat. One of these will have to be the winner before we can move ahead, though. We can only choose one. You're like, all right, first break out of the city by force, then sneak. Like, no.
Sneaking?
We're going to make them think we're too sexy to do forceful combat. Well, I think that Tari is trying to demonstrate here about the super skill of our Batar, despite the outfit.
No, because of the outfit.
Oh, because of, yeah.
Like, you guys have all played MMOs before, right? The less female characters wear, the stronger they get.
Yeah, that's yeah. I think that's generally acknowledged. It's like a Jane Austen novel. It's generally acknowledged to be the case that the less realistic armor actually ever is. And they always say something like, you need this so you can move better. Like,
yeah, of course.
You can move.
Especially the corset. The, like, overly, tightly,
right.
What do you call it?
Yeah, that doesn't restrict blood flow at all, you know. Hey, what's up, Carol?
Like, corsets on their own are not an issue. The issue is always that, like, it's always like the tight lace. That's what it's called. Tight lace corsets. When they're like, you know, they're to like shape.
Okay, that's yeah.
Support.
Well, they did, and they have done studies that suggest that a lot of Victorian women, that like a lot of the early psychotherapy work was done with sort of late era Victorian women who fainted a lot, and a lot of the argument is part of the reason they fainted a lot is because they literally didn't have enough oxygen going to their head because of the corsets.
Yeah, I doubt it. Like
probably not.
It's like
but
a thing that has been like highly debated in like
I know
historical context. The whole thing was like, oh yeah, tight lacing. That's something that they did for photo shoots, you know.
Yep.
And then those were like, what's it called? You know, before they had Photoshop.
Before they had Photoshop, like, I mean,
but edited by hand was like traditional.
Oh, I see.
It's like also a thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so welcome in, Caro. So, Caro, we're trying to decide which way to leave our besieged city. Do we break out to the north by force with a small group of warriors and then cut east? We're eventually trying to find a man named Lascar who can tell us where this great weapon can be used against the lizard folk army. So do we do that, break out to the north by force, then cut east? Do we sneak out of the city to the north and then cut east? Or do we try to steal a boat and take the river Vimorna east? What are the options that we want to choose? So we're doing that vote right now. And we have a tie between choice 1 and choice 3. Oh, very nice. Still in West Harbor, yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed that. No, 3 options, but 2 of them are tied. The 3 options are break out to the north by force, then cut east, or sneak out of the city to the north. That's 2 different ones there. So sneak out just by yourself to the north and cut east. That's option 2. And then the third one is try to steal a boat and take the river Vimorna directly east. So 2 of the options have us going over the plains to the north and then cutting east. 1 of them by force, 1 of them by sneak. And then the last option is trying to steal a boat. Yeah, I did, but I may not have highlighted the sneak part. So yeah, break out to the north by force, then cut east. Sneak out of the city to the north, then cut east. Or steal a boat and just take the river Vimorna out of the city directly east. So those are your 3 choices, and the next vote is probably going to win this because we are tied completely. Which one is the one with the fancy sword? All 3 give us the sword possibility. It's all just a matter of which one do you think is appropriate for Batar lashes. Caro says steal a boat. I'm actually excited to try this. I have no idea, but I'm excited to try it. Okay. Let's see what we get. Oh, man. Gonna be blowing my nose a bunch, chat. Just gonna have to get used to it. I apologize. I'm gonna mute again.
How dare you?
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, right, so we are going east. Stealing a boat and going east. Alrighty, what we got? You're immediately destroyed. No. You sneak along through the rubble, nearer and nearer to the boats. Test your luck. All right, Effect Life. So we need you to roll 1d6, and we're going to add, I think it's 1d6 and add Actually, wait a second. Let me make sure because we did it differently in the last book. So hold on just a moment. Roll 2 dice. I'm sorry. So you're going to roll 2d6. A 10 or less, we're lucky. A above 10, and we are not lucky. So just 2d6. All right. So either way, our luck goes down by 1. But we were, in fact, lucky. So you reach the boat with ease. Hastily throwing your equipment into a corner, you push the small craft out into the river. You're free of Vimorna. Add 2 luck points. Hey, let's go. We can't go above the maximum luck, I don't believe. Let me confirm. Yeah, the totals may never exceed your initial scores except on very rare occasions. Okay, good stuff. So we're back up to full luck. All right. The Vimorn River is broad and slow-moving. Its name means dark waters, for it carries black silt washed down from the Lion Heights far to the east, which is where you were headed. Now, which course will you follow upriver? I'll increase our map again. Will you hug the north bank, the south bank, or will you travel midstream? Okay, well, that's not really. So the north bank, the south bank, or midstream? Hug the north bank. Oops. Hug the south bank. Or hug yourself. No,
Oh, go hug yourself.
Or continue midstream. All right. Hug the north bank, hug the south bank, or continue midstream, chat. What should we do? $ vote space 1 is hug the north bank. $ vote space 2 is hug the south bank. And $ vote space 3 is continue midstream. And as a reminder to people who have just joined us for this, when you were playing, you were always, of course, we love having people vote. You can also always say to people like, hey, I think that we probably want to be careful about this, so that's why I'm voting this way. And people can always change their vote if they wish until, of course, it's closed. So just keep that in mind. And thanks for the turnout, everybody. I'm very pleased with the turnout today. Everyone is in a good spirits. We've had a nice snowstorm, so I'll be able to take my son. We'll be able to do some good stuff with my son tonight. Tomorrow, rather, with the snow tubing. That'll be fun. And try to finish up with my writing. It looks like I'll be able to get the manuscript, I think, finished and off before I'll have basically a day after that's done before all my first papers come in for my students. But it's okay. It's all right. It's all good. And I'm proud of how Heretic is coming out. It's going to end up being about Greyshade was about 80,300 words. Renegade was a little under 80. I think it was like 78.6 or something. This is probably, I don't know until I've gone through the editing, of course, with Emily and so on, and the beta reads and the copyright, the copy edits. But my guess is that we're going to be somewhere around 90,000 for this. So more than the other 2 books, but not way out of bounds. So when all is said and done, we'll have been with Greyshade for like almost 250,000 words. Long time. It's been a lot of fun. All right, it looks like everybody wants to hug the North Bank. Yeah. First ever trilogy that I'm finishing, so it's pretty fun. I'm excited for it. And I feel like it's good work, and hopefully it gets some good attention too. Okay, North Bank. Keeping close to the northern shore, you paddle against the gentle current of the slow-moving river. The riverbank is sparsely vegetated at first, but the trees become thicker as you come closer to the jungle. There's no sign of any more lizard men, but you keep a wary eye open anyway. Suddenly in the distance you hear, "Welcome to the jungle!" No, you don't hear that. I just made that part up. Suddenly an angry shout comes from the direction of the north bank, and instinctively you dive for the bottom of the boat. Arrows thud into the wood. Roll 1 die, please, Effect Life. Just 1 6-sided die. You encounter the rock. If I encountered not a rock in the river, but actually the rock, that might be really good, Ova. I wouldn't mind having the rock. If you roll 1-2, you are hit by an arrow. Deduct 2 stamina points. Ftunk. By the time you peer out again, your boat has floated past the danger. In the center of the river, a huge galley sculls by and disappears into the haze again. Thanking your stars that you chose to hug the bank, you row on. Wow. Well, we got hit by an arrow, but it could have been a lot worse, chat. Giving thanks to Telak for ensuring your safety, though it was a very close shave, you paddle on upriver. The Weimorn sweeps north in a wide, slow-moving curve, and you have no trouble guiding your small craft along. The river curves again, heading east. You paddle along, keeping an eye open both sides for any sign of trouble. After an hour or so, the river is joined by a tributary flowing from the south. The Lizard River flows from the depths of Silu Cha. As you pass the place where it joins the Weimar, you give thanks that you're not having to go up that waterway. It is at this moment that you notice 3 boats heading towards you from the southern shore. All right, so let's give ourselves a save point here because we haven't had one yet. This is our travel music, chat. Lizard folk. Okay. Each of the 3 boats, narrow, sleek, and low in the water, carries 2 swamp goblins. That sounds bad. Small darts from their blowpipes start to fall in the water around you. You can take evasive action, shoot at them from a distance with your bow if you have one, or sail right at them and prepare to attack. Now, one thing I'm going to note... Say again.
If only we had a bow.
I know. Well, this is what I was going to say. My only issue with that is that we only have 3 arrows. So I'm a little worried about that. On the other hand, if we get hit by those things, that could be really bad. So I'm going to give chat the choice of how they want to proceed through this. So do we take evasive action? Do we fire a bow at them? Fire our bow at them. In accordance with the illustration prophecy. Or do we sail right at them? That seems kind of dangerous too. Let me just sail at them while they're shooting at us the whole way. It's the jungle, of course the rock will be there. That's true, that's true. So what do you think, chat? $sign vote space 1 is take evasive action. $sign vote space 2 is fire our bow at them. $sign vote space 3 is sail right at them and prepare to attack.
Hey, Ova. You will probably agree that this character that I just designed, that she would make for a great NPC in our Magical Girl game, I'm assuming. So, for some years now, we've been having a Magical Girl themed Mutants and Masterminds campaign. So,
oh wow, well then yeah.
That character, yeah. Think she would fit in well there.
I think the chat is very much in agreement. We should GTFO from these people. I'm not even going to leave this up there. A bow user might be nice, actually, Ova says. Okay, we're going to take evasive action. All right, chat, here we go. Time to take evasive action. Roll 2 dice. Okay, we're rolling 2 dice here, Effect Life. Just 2 by itself. We're looking to get equal to or less than our skill, which is 10. 7. We did, in fact, get equal to or below our skill. All right. You managed to evade the boats, but they give chase. Roll 1 die. Okay, roll 1 die. Oh, okay. Then MST, can I have... I think MST said that he was going to take over. Oh, sorry. Now you can take a bio break. So that means we got hit by 2 blowpipe darts. We lose 1 stamina for each. So that's not too bad. We're down to 18. That's fine. Okay, go ahead and take your bio break, Effect Life. Okay, we deduct 1 stamina point, but we have left the goblins behind. No problem. We had it the whole way. The goblins are well behind you, but the river is now rough with whitewater rapids, which are making headway difficult. Will you keep going or pull over to the bank? All right, so... Oh, it's okay. Yeah, that's all right. No, it's no problem, Geister, but thanks, for stepping up. Okay, so the chat, very simple. So chat, very simple. $sign vote space 1 means we keep going. $sign vote space 2 means we pull over to the bank. So $ vote space 1, keep going. $ vote space 2, pull over to the bank. While I see what chat decides to get us out of this predicament, I'm going to have another bite of turkey burger. I just saw the heart arrowhead. Sorry.
Yeah, of course there is a heart arrowhead.
It was great.
What did you expect of me, Greg? Please.
No, I know. I should have never even conceived of anything different. Which means in this context that when you hit someone with it, they die, but they love you first, right? Right? Like the goblin is like, you're so great, and then plummets into the water, right?
Yes. I'm your biggest fan.
I've been betrayed. Geister said I was going to say she better do the arrow heart, but I know we're working with a pro. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a heartbreak arrow. Shot through the heart. And Batar's to blame. He gives goblins a bad name. Bad name. She gives goblins a bad name, sorry. Okay. So, last call here. Last call. Okay. Okay. And we are going to pull over to the bank by the will of chat. You pull over to the bank and pull out your ATM card to use so you can get some money. The current becomes very strong alongside the riverbank, whipping the water into a small whirlpool that threatens to wreck your flimsy craft. You must roll 2 dice. So, if Effect Life is back, then I'm going to have Effect Life roll 2 dice, and we're looking to get equal to or less than the skill score. If Effect Life is not back, then I'll have either MST or Geister step up and back up the dice roll. So going once. Going twice. MST has done so. All right. That's fine because I didn't see Effect Life here. That was just enough, MST. That works. Has to be equal then or less. I thought you were going to say Heartbeat by Don Johnson. Looking for a heartbeat. Okay, right. We have rolled less than or equal to our skill score. That is good. Your arms are strong. Yeah, they are. Look at those arms. Look at those arms, chat. Those are some strong arms. Those are some wiry strength arms. And managed to pull your boat clear of the current. You beach the small craft against the north shore and remove all your equipment. You may stop here and eat some provisions while you take in your surroundings. Now, actually, let me take a look at this very quickly on the provision side of things. Yes, so we're given the opportunity. So, chat, if we eat one of our provisions, we would get, it restores 4 health. So, eating one provision, and you can't eat it all the time. You can only eat it when they give you the chance. So, since it's giving us the option, the suggestion would be that we should eat it. So, just quick poll. $ vote space 1, eat one of our provisions. $ vote space 2, don't eat it. And that means we would still have 3 left, but we'd be back up to full on our stamina. And we can't use provisions everywhere. Some books you can eat anywhere. In this book, you can only eat it when you're given the opportunity. So we're being given the chance. So $ vote space 1, yes, eat. $ vote space 2, do not eat.
Just eat it. Just eat it.
Really thinking that you know you don't scare. That's the one that actually, it was that one and the Smells Like Teen Spirit parody by Weird Al. When I realized, Say again. The what?
Melts Like Nirvana.
Yeah. That was the one where I realized that one, and the Eat It one was where I realized that like Weird Al was way more than just a parodist. Like he actually hired the exact same janitor that they used in the original Smells Like Teen Spirit video, and like the whole like, and obviously Eat It was in the same boat. So how many stamina we have left? We have 18 out of 22. Oh, sorry, the map is covering it. Let me get rid of that. We have 18 out of 22, but the thing is that we only get to like we're down 4, right? And provisions will literally restore 4. So we're not wasting a provision by using it, and we only get to use it at certain times. So that's why. I wonder what would be in a provision from like a city that's been under siege for 6 years. Like, is that the rat burger everyone was joking about before? Like, rat steak?
Yum.
Delicious, delicious rat steak. Okay, so it looks like we are going to eat it. So we'll eat one of those, which puts us up to 22 stamina. Okay, you were on the edge of the jungle. So, rat jerky, yeah. All right, so we're now on the edge of the jungle, chat. The Night Shriek jungles. That sounds awesome. I'm sure that's not a problem at all. So the question is, do we go straight into the jungle and head east, or do we go north along the fringes of the jungle before turning east further on? So again, if you look at this map, I think what that basically is showing us is, you see how the Night Shriek jungle, the edge of it sort of it basically comes to a triangle point at the river, and I think we're right at that triangle point on the far left of your screen of the map as you're looking at it. So the question is whether we go directly east into the jungle, or do we go north along the fringes of the jungle before heading east. So I'm going to put a 2-part poll up again. $vote space 1 means we go straight east into the jungle. $vote space 2 means we head north along the fringes of the jungle before heading east. Oh, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, Dave Grohl, like, Foo Fighters are awesome. Like, they're just awesome. I don't even love all their music. I just think they're just cool people. Like, I'm sure, Drew, you saw the thing they did with the Westboro Baptist Church, right? Did you see that? Like, if you do a search for Westboro Baptist Church with Foo Fighters, is very funny and totally appropriate.
So what were we doing?
So, so right now we are at the little on the screen. I don't know if you can see. There's like the
Yeah.
So the question is whether we go directly east into the jungle, or do we go north, basically like kind of between the plains and the jungle, before heading east into the jungle later. So like staying with the fringes
earlier
of
we
the
were on a
jungle.
boat, right? Or...
Right, yeah. Now we've gone as far as we can go in the boat, basically. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't read Grohl's book. I have not read that. You did not. We managed to escape some swamp goblins. I think you had seen that. We managed to escape being dragged into this whitewater current. MST did one roll on your behalf and did exceptionally well. And then we ate a provision on the side of the river, so we're back up to full health. We have 3 provisions. And now we're deciding, we're on the map. We are on that little tip of the jungle right there that you can see. And so the question on the all the way to the left. So the question is whether we go straight east into the jungle. That's $vote space 1. Or whether we go up along the fringe of the jungle to the north and then go east later on. So basically go between the plains and the jungles. That's what the chat's deciding right now.
The song right now is from the section with the dinosaurs.
Oh, perfect. You know, another one we could have done would have been, you played Final Fantasy V, right?
I have not, actually.
Oh, okay. Because there's a character in Final Fantasy V, maybe someone who's played this can remind me, that is like
Ova, probably.
What's that?
Ova, probably.
Oh, yeah?
He's the biggest Final Fantasy fan I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so in Final Fantasy V, there's a character that's like a beast character. Not a beast character, but like a character that has all this like beast stuff, and you can like set like you can do blitzes, I think, with this guy, and I can't remember the details of them. Oh, a higher resolution of the map. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh, thank you, Echo. Much better. Yeah, let me fix that. Yeah, hold on 1 second. I shall fix that. That's much better. Yeah. There we go. Now we can actually see. Thank you, Echo. Much better. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. What am I looking at? Sorry, Effect Life. For some reason I saw... Oh, because I saw Echo pop right below that, and I didn't see that. Sorry. Effect Life, thank you so much. It's because I saw the red lettering at the same time. So the vote is about whether we go directly east into the Night Shriek jungle. So we're right now at the tip of the jungle where basically you see where the jungle basically extends to a triangle point on the left. We're right at that angle. So the question is, do we go directly east, that's $vote space 1, into the jungle, or do we go up along the angle, so basically between the plains and the jungle, and then go east later? So do we stay on the fringes of the jungle? Sorry, Effect Life.
Ooh, Magus' theme.
Did anyone answer my beast question? My beast guy question that I couldn't remember his name? Beastmaster Jabba, you never played 5. 5 is good. I just can't remember the name of the dude. I'll figure it out eventually. All right.
Oh, music's probably completely out of sync for you guys, for me.
It's pretty close. It's pretty close. Okay, so we are going to go north and then east. I agree with this, by the way. The longer I can stay out of the jungle, the better. Okay.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's exactly. Keeping the dark, forbidding tangle of the jungle always on your right hand, you decide to head northwards. Away to the west is the southern extent of the Axehead Plain. Let me reduce that a little bit so people can see the rest of our character. There we go. As you gaze out over the Axehead Plain, you notice that something is burning on the horizon. Could it be Vimorna? No, it's too far north, you decide. It must be somewhere else under attack. You peer further south, but cannot pick out the city from the haze. Will you keep heading north, or change your mind and head directly east? So again, chat, $vote space 1. No, actually, this is slightly different, so listen carefully. $vote space 1 means we keep heading north. So it's not like it was last time. $vote space 1 means we keep heading north. $vote space 2 means we change our mind and head directly east. So $vote space 1, keep heading north. $vote space 2, head east. Yes, we are going to the Lion Heights. That's a good question. So let me pull that up here. We are heading to the Lion Heights and the Durkalaken. You see that Telex Mount, the Durkalaken? That Telex Mount Durkalaken is where we're going. So right now, we are heading northward along the Night Shriek, just right on the edge of the Night Shriek jungles. So technically, if we were to just keep going north along the edge and nothing bad happens, we would eventually end up right at where the mountains are, at which point then, presumably, we would head directly east. So the question is whether we go east through the jungle and then north, I would say, or whether we go northeast along the jungle's edge. I noticed, by the way, Tari, that your inspiration has been such that you've been like, everyone, you're like, this is a good picture, and this is a good picture, and this is a good picture.
Wait, what?
you've had like really good. You haven't had to stop and ask at any time like what maybe you should draw. You've just been like,
Oh well, I did
this
ask
to this
earlier
to
what
this.
we were doing.
Well, that, but I mean like after that you were just like, oh cool, this, and this.
Yeah, I guess.
Although you realize you're setting up for a Pocahontas drawing with this. You realize that, right?
Yeah.
Just along the riverbed. Okay.
Literally what I was thinking about. I know that
That's so
movie
funny.
has a lot of issues, of course, but
Yes.
it is beautifully drawn.
Yes.
It has great music. So.
All right. So chat right now is in an interesting spot because chat does not agree fully. On the one hand,
the movie is beautifully drawn.
oh no, they agree on that score.
Yeah.
Vote number 2 is no. That's what I was going to say, Echo, because they changed it up. Northeast vote is 1. So if you want to keep going the way that we said we were going to go northeast, then you want 1 $ vote space 1. Because they changed that up, which is a little confusing, but yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to be confusing. I don't know why they changed that, but whatever. The riverbank. Well, so the riverbank that's not really given as an option. You basically, the way the book says it is that you've gone as far as you can along the river. So, and I guess it has something to do with the fact that the boat's not gonna survive. Like the river gets too narrow in there. So that's why you'd either be cutting across through the jungle on foot, or up the northeastern edge of the forest, of the jungle by foot. So this right now is staying between the plains and the jungles. If you vote the way that we're voting now, is to keep going the way that we started going northeast. The other vote would be to go directly east through the jungle. I guess that's what some people... I have to say that, like, in terms of fantasy setting, I don't... Oh my goodness, 6.5 years of tier 2 support from the amazing Shadowed Mage. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Shadowed. Thank you for the resub. I appreciate it. We've had an excellent turnout today and a lot of fun, Shadowed. It's good to see you. I hope all is well, man. And by the way, I have now posted publicly the... hang on a second. There we go. I have posted the video, the Shadow Crew video of Community D&D, the number 2 one. I was away, so it took me a little bit longer, but it's now posted and up and available, and I'm going to be making a separate playlist for that shortly. Probably your next session, I will build a playlist after that, and I'll put it up there. Let's see. Shadow Crew playlist. Yes. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Shadow.
I'm enjoying drawing this character.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Rarely get to, or like, well, it's not like I don't get to. I just don't for some reason. I rarely draw deliberately sexy characters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice for a change.
That's very cool. Okay, and actually this is going to fit because chat has decided that we are going to continue to go north, which I think makes sense, along the jungle line. And so this line says, this is very funny. The sun is higher in the
jungle.
Yeah, no, not the sexy. No, but the sun is higher in the sky, and you are becoming very weary. You were not cut out for such long treks by your courtly upbringing. I'm just saying, like, I never thought that these heels could cause problems. You would very much like to stop and rest a while, but up ahead, a scraggy bunch of let me try that word. But up ahead, a scraggy bunch of vultures seems to be circling above something hidden from sight by the trees. Will you see what has attracted their attention, chat, or continue your march? $vote space 1 means you will see what has attracted their attention. $vote space 2 means you will continue your march. What's it going to be? Vultibultures. I know, Kara. I was like, what am I even saying? Why am I here? We've had nothing but maggoty meat and bread for 2 months. Ova immediately thinks loot. The classic. It's got to be loot. Anything a vulture wants is obviously... Okay, last call. Man, I have been following, I follow Mike Schley on both X, Twitter, sorry, I don't want to call it X, Twitter, and Blue Sky. Mike Schley is my favorite fantasy map artist. It's basically him and Shay Pecco are the other two. They're great also, but Mike Schley is just amazing. He did all the stuff for Inkle, and I've talked about him many times before. Anyway, so he was posting this new fantasy atlas that he was doing, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, the dream is one day, one of my books, Mike Schley actually does a map for it. I'd be like, please sign me the hell up. Like, I just love his map style, and it reminded me a little bit just looking at this little map here. This is not nearly as good, but of the kind of stuff that he does. No, Saltmarsh has been, I mentioned, Echo, that we, because of a schedule conflict with a player, that we have rescheduled that for next week. So next week we'll be doing Saltmarsh, and then Talisman Adventures the week after that. So today we're going to be doing Dredge, and then next week back to Saltmarsh. So I have adjusted the public schedule, the internal schedule, and Discord, and my own calendar. So I've adjusted them all. Or per person in need of help. Yeah, right, Ova. I know that's really what you meant. You thought about loot, but mostly you want to help people, right? That's really the key. Okay. Right. So we are going to see what has attracted their attention. Ooh,
us, of course.
Ooh,
nothing more attractive than us around.
That's true. Who would attract? Yeah, this is this one is interesting. All right, let's see. Give me a second here. Hang on a moment.
We are going for another 40-ish minutes, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. Oh man, I'm looking for the picture for this.
Yeah, I can't help you with pictures. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. It's always one of those, like, you know, take a look at those things quickly and then let's go back to the awesome art. I mean, like, although, in fairness to them, there were some pretty good illustrators for these, I have to say. Okay, let's see. If there... Okay. All right. We do not have it, so that's fine. So we do not have it, so I will just show it to you in the window chat. You creep carefully between the trees up to where the birds were wheeling. Ugh. Up ahead is a most grisly sight.
There.
And I will...
Surely nothing is more grisly than a bear. What was that laugh?
I was like,
yeah, okay, Beavis.
So that's what you see. That's a lot of arrows. That looks like Boromir, actually.
Yeah, I was about to say. It does.
Poor Boromir. Too soon. Okay.
Too soon.
Up, let's see. The body of a lightly armored warrior. You see free arrows and a perfectly good helm. Wow, Geister. Wow. Is pinned to the trunk of a tree. Obviously, an explorer adventurer is pinned to the trunk of a tree by arrows and spears. Worse, his chest has been slashed by a huge set of claws that could only belong to something like a very large tiger. The explorer's pack holds some dried rations, which count as 2 provisions, which you may take with you. Aw, yeah. After all, you morbidly reflect, he won't be needing them where he's gone. Oh, that poor man. Can we still help him? Listen, Ova, you're not fooling anyone, all right? We started with loot, and all of a sudden you're just like, oh, we must help this poor individual. Free him of his burden of provisions by taking them. And so we are now up to 5 provisions and 1 dead guy. You march on, now keeping your eyes peeled for any threat. After an hour passes without incident, you stop and eat some provisions if you have any. We don't really need those. Your supplies may be getting low, but we don't need to hunt out provisions, chat, because we already have more than we started with even. So instead, we're just going to keep on rolling. You trudge on. Every few seconds, it seems, you wipe the perspiration from your forehead, but a few moments later, it's back. The ground slowly rises, becoming rougher and more broken. After a while, you're having to scramble around large boulders and clamber up steep inclines. From ahead of you, there sounds the bellowing roar of some large beast. You have no choice but to journey on. Unexpectedly, you find yourself at the top of a rise. The ground slants sharply down into a depression. And down there grazing is a Triceratops, a truly enormous 3-horned armored dinosaur. You can't really hope to sneak past it, surely, but perhaps you would like to try, says the game. Or perhaps you would rather walk along the ridge in search of a detour. Okay, chat. So, sorry, I realized I never closed that. Sorry. So the choices are $vote space 1 means we're going to try to sneak past the Triceratops. $vote space 2 means we're going to try to walk along the ridge in search of a detour. So $vote space 1, we sneak past it. $vote space 2 means we try to walk around the ridge, which means that we don't even go down into the depression that you're standing on top of. So what are you going to do? And remember, to be clear, sneaking past it means you have to go down into the depression. I just want to be clear about this. If you try to go around the ridge, you don't have to go down to where it's hunting. I just want to be clear about this. The ridge is an attempt to avoid it altogether. So if anyone's trying to avoid it altogether, you want to vote 2. Just letting you know.
I'm not sure our high heels really allow for proper sneaking.
Are you suggesting that sneaking...
anti-sneaking.
Yeah, high heels may not be multiple sneaking options, one would say.
So, another one for the...
Ooh, I like that shading in the background there.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, the detour would presumably be longer. And, you might run into something else. That's true. You do not want to mess with a hippo. Hippos, you do not mess with hippos.
They will violently defecate in your direction.
Yeah. And they're fast in the water, too. There's this terrifying video of a hippo chasing a boat, and it's being filmed from the boat. It's terrifying.
So, wait, what kind of animal are we dealing with? Triceratops?
A Triceratops. And the question is, right now it's grazing. So chat's trying to decide if it wants to go down and sneak past it or if it wants to stay on the ridge above it. And kind of walk around and try to find another way.
sure I've ever drawn a Triceratops before. I might have when I was like a little child. Though I never had the dinosaur face, not really.
You were never really? You're never big dinosaur person?
No. Like I did really like the Land Before Time movies.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm saying movies because I mainly watched the sequels on the on VHS.
Yep.
Over and over.
What's life without a little risk? If it charges, we'll take away its credit cards. Very nice, Gaster. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So we are going to try to sneak down and past it. Let's see how that goes. You slip carefully down the steep slope, but your heels dislodge small stones which bounce noisily down ahead of you. The Triceratops stops eating and lumbers towards you with a bellow. I'm sure this should be fine, chat, because the Triceratops has a skill of 12 and a stamina of 18, and it attacks twice per turn. So I'm sure that we have no problem against this thing. I'm sure it'll be great. So here we go. 10, 11, 12. Okay. So we start with an 18. Effect Life, I need you to roll 2 dice and add your skill to it, which is a 10. You said a little risk. 2d6 plus 10 is what we're looking at. $18. Okay. So we have tied it. So no one is harmed. Now it gets to attack us for its second attack, and Effect Life can't fight back yet. Actually, no, I take that back. We can fight back. Same skill score, because it has 2 attacks. It's a little confusing. I guess what it means is we can only hit it once. So you do roll again. Sorry, Effect Life. So this roll is just to basically keep us from being hit. Okay. 1 round, even Steven. Okay, second round. Here we go. Again, it rolls an 18. So once again, 2d6 plus 10, Effect Life, please. That is unfortunately a 17, so we lose 2 points. Now it's going to do the same thing again. Rolls a 22. 15. And we lose 2 more points. So now the next round, it rolls a 20. So we need to roll, and we're looking for a 21 or 22. Yep. The good news is this fight will be over quick. Oh, this time he rolls a 14. Literally the bottom I could have rolled. But unfortunately, if we hit it, all we're doing is keeping from being hit ourselves. And we rolled a 13. Yep, well. That's a big old whelp. 23. So all we need to roll is, well, you might as well roll it, even though. 22. Oh, no. We rolled a 22, but he rolled a 23. Oh, my God. I think we know the next time we encounter this thing not to try to sneak past it. I think we're just trying to avoid this bad boy completely, I think is what we're saying.
I warned you guys. I warned you.
I know.
Can't sneak in these seals.
I will quote Effect Life. What's life without a little risk? 19. 18. I wonder if we're going to win a round, actually. 17. Doesn't look like it. He rolls a 24. This is where the Triceratops is now officially like the kids teabagging his opponent. Like, that's all that's happening right here. Like, it's just literally just, bash, 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 bash. Right now, the Triceratops is mocking us repeatedly. Oh my God, he actually managed to avoid. For the first time, we managed to avoid being hit by one. Now, the problem is that doesn't damage him because that was his second attack. But still, 16. Okay, can we do any damage to the Triceratops? Can we do any damage?
No.
Oh, we did. We rolled an 18. We finally damaged the Triceratops. Amazing. He comes up with a 21. It took us 16 stamina to hit him once. 4, 20.
Blaze it?
Blazy. Ah, cute. All right, here we go. The last stand of Batar Lashes. 23 from him. And there it is, chat. We are utterly obliterated by the Triceratops. Welp. That is unfortunate. And I think our save point... Oh, no, I had saved it... Right, I had saved it at the last provisions line, so 1 second here. Let me just get back to that.
Happy little tree.
All right, this is what I was looking at. Okay, yeah, it was number 80 was our next save point because that's the next provisions point. So that's actually right before here, so that's fine. Okay, being sexy, the quickest death. Yeah, that was a little bit outside of our ground there. Right, so one more time. One more time. Okay, so let's do that again. So, again, we are going to trek on without the provisions. So again, that's actually literally the entry before this one. You trudge on. Every few seconds, it seems, you wipe the perspiration from your forehead, but a few moments later, it's back. The ground slowly rises, becoming rougher and more broken. After a while, you're having to scramble around large boulders and clamber up steep inclines. From ahead of you, there sounds the bellowing roar of some large beast, and you have no choice but to journey on. Unexpectedly, you find yourself at the top of a rise. The ground slants sharply down into a depression. And down there, grazing, is a Triceratops, a truly enormous three-horned armored dinosaur. You can't really hope to sneak past it shortly, but perhaps you'd like to try, $votes1. Or would you like to walk along the ridge in search of a detour, $vote space 2. Unfortunately,
Hey, we should
cannot...
try sneaking past it.
Yeah, that'll work.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. So...
Wait, so remind me, did we have to make a roll to successfully sneak past this, or do we just automatically fail?
You automatically fail, is
Oh,
basically what happens
outstanding.
there. Yeah, you just slip and fall. Because down there. Yeah, I won't forget. Thanks, Triffin. Its horns are like lightsabers. Brr, 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 brr. Yeah, that's actually... And its horns are actually air horns. So when it hits you, it's like... Brr, 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 brr. There's a Triceratops. I thought there was going to be a picture of Batar like hanging on for dear life onto the tree above the Triceratops. Like, ah! Echo, really? Really, Echo? Really?
What did Echo say?
Echo voted again to go down and try to sneak past it.
Outstanding. Ooh, the epoch theme.
Yeah, Ova, I mean, like, in any MMO or in most, like, RPGs, clearly what I would be doing is standing up top and, like, you know, shooting fish in a barrel, except this time Triceratops in a depression. Clearly that's what you do, but in this game, no. One does not simply give up. I mean... Screw death counters. Do it again. The problem is that because it has... The thing is, it has a 2 skill boost. That's the problem. it has 2 more skill points than us. The chances of us managing to knock it down over the course of 9 rounds of combat, we have to defeat it 9 rounds to knock it down to 0. Doing that when you have a -2 skill disadvantage is almost impossible. Like,
that's quitter talk.
it's quitter talk. Listen, maybe gravity's worked every time before now, but not necessarily now. Okay. All right. Looks like Chad has decided they are going to try to find a detour instead. Okay.
Gravity schmavity.
The ridge circles around the depression, heading for a thick clump of trees. The first trees are young saplings, but soon you come to larger, thick-trunked trees. You brush against one of them and almost leap out of your skin as it moves, and an enormous Tyrannosaurus Rex rises from among the trees. Your heart sinks into your boots. What can you do? Roll 2 dice. You have to roll 2 dice here. We're looking for less than or equal to the skill here, Effect Life.
Von der Regen in die Traufe.
Okay,
Vom
we
Regen
rolled...
in die Traufe.
So we rolled less than or equal to our score, which is good because I think the other one's an insta-kill. Being careful not to trip over the loose rocks, you lead the raging Tyrannosaurus Rex back to the edge of the ridge. If you can get him there before he attacks you, he should distract the Triceratops. As you reach the edge, he makes one final lunge for you. Test your luck.
Lunch.
From the fire unto napalm. I know everyone's like, God damn it. We're setting up for a kaiju battle, though, Chad. I just want you to know. Oh, yeah, the Caracal.
Caracal?
I think it's either Caracal or Caracal. Wow, those are amazing. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so Effect Life, 2d6 again for this one because we have to test our luck. So we're looking at 2d6 here. Yes, 2d6, yep. Outstanding. We do lose 1 luck point even if we're lucky, but since we are lucky, we got a big picture with this one. The Tyrannosaurus Rex sees the Triceratops and bellows its rage. Leaping down the slope, it grabs its huge opponent and attacks. It says you may fight the battle out if you wish, but by the time it's over, you're well away from it. The Tyrannosaurus Rex has a skill 14, stamina 19, 3 attacks. The Triceratops has 2 attacks, skill 12, stamina 18. Check out that. Right there, chat. Rah, 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 rah. Dino on dino action. Who will win this dinosaur battle? Okay. So, we are well away from it. Good stuff. That makes more sense. Congratulating yourself, and we do, you stride on across the rocky landscape. By the time... it's puny little T-Rex arms. Oh, man. By the time the sun is starting to set, you've descended again to a flat, dusty plain dotted with occasional trees, with the ever-present tangle of jungle away to your right. But now you should really be looking for somewhere safe to spend the night, but nowhere presents itself. And then, surely not. A light up ahead between the trees. You creep closer. Of all the things to find in this forsaken wilderness, a caravan. Now, it says a caravan, a gypsy caravan, because of the implications of the term now. I try not to use that term with the G, so we're going to say Romani instead. Even though technically Romani
Just say
would
traveler.
Say again?
Just say traveler.
A traveler? Well, but it's a caravan. No, I mean Romani is perfectly reasonable. It's like that's the Romani is that's what the Romani want to be called. So I'm going to say that it's whatever that is. It's a little odd because in this world you wouldn't have Romani, but the equivalent. A caravan, a Romani caravan. I guess traveler's caravan. We could do that. How about that? A traveler's caravan. It stands in the shade of a clump of scrubby trees, an old horse sleepily grazing the rough grass nearby. Will you approach the caravan, or would you rather wait and watch? So $ vote space. $vote space 1 is approach the caravan. And $vote space 2 is wait and watch.
Another one done.
Yay! Again, some cool gray like shadings in there, Tari.
Thank you. I'm just feeling a bit shady today. Hey yo.
Oh, hey. I'm Slim Shady. I want the Slim Shady. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Would you rather wait and watch? Get your vote in now, right now, Chad. All right. All right, and we're going to close that. So we're going to wait and watch. You settle behind a tree from where you can see the caravan. Nothing happens, though, and eventually you fall asleep. You awake suddenly to find a wizened old being smiling down at you. You start in fright, but he calms you, saying, "Come, man-child, let us go indoors out of the night and find you a better place to sleep." Intrigued and amazed, you follow him. The rickety caravan is packed to the rafters. Sorry?
Stranger danger.
Stranger danger. The rickety caravan is packed to the rafters with an incredible assortment of items. Bats hang from hooks. Glass jars full of amazing things line the shelves. Strange tapestries are piled thick on the floor. Candles in the corners flicker and dance as if animated, throwing wondrous shadows. The old man speaks. "Welcome, young one, to the home of White Eye. I am a trader. I deal in anything and everything. Advice, rare items from near and far, healing, heart's ease, food, and rest. I give and I receive, a fair exchange. Now tell me your story, and you can stay here for the night." Do you wish to tell him your story, or would you rather not? What do you think, chat? $votes 1 means we tell him our story. $vote 2, $space 2 means we do not. So $vote space 1 means you tell him the story. $vote space 2 means you don't. Whatever you choose to do, $whatever vote means I eat a piece of turkey bird.
I feel this is rigged.
Yep. A very positive way. Oh, solo.
I was like thinking of Swedish Chef, but sure, Jabba the Hutt also works. We showed the two of them, which have outstanding.
Bork, bork, bork. Love the Swedish Chef.
Did you know that in Swedish, like in the Swedish dub, he's actually Danish?
No, really? That's funny.
Because apparently to most Scandinavian or like Nordics, Danish sounds like complete gibberish. They
Really?
have potatoes in their mouth. Allegedly, I'm just quoting. Any Scandies in chat might correct me. May correct me.
Shut up. Oh, is that... Oh, I think I have a sense of it. Can you confirm, Christensen? Well, we should hear what Echo thinks about it. From, what do the Norwegians believe about the Swedes, the Danes, the Finns?
Well, Finland isn't Scandinavia. So they don't speak any, and they don't speak a Nordic language. So.
I mean, Finland, yeah, but it's right there, though.
Well, and a lot of Finns do speak Swedish, I guess.
No, that's fair. You love both? Okay. All right, last call, last call. We travel so often to Denmark and we have a direct line from Oslo. Okay. So we are, in fact, going to tell him. All right. You tell White-Eye the whole story, leaving out nothing. He frowns with anxiety as he hears of the siege, looks deeply interested in the account of your dream, and seems at times thrilled and horrified by the tale of your quest so far. You feel comfortable here and talk far into the night. Your narrative is disturbed. Let's see. He frowns. Leaving out nothing. Your narrative is disturbed by animal howls from outside the caravan, but the old man calms you. Don't fret. Friends protect us. We cannot be harmed here. You resume your tale. When it is finally at an end, White-Eye leans forward in his chair and says, I have some news regarding this Lascar whom you seek. I do not give freely, but I will gladly trade with you. You cannot trade your father's things, but you may have something else to exchange. What can you trade? Now, the problem is, chat, that none of the things that it says are things that we have. Because it gives you options of Black Lotus Essence, Cloth of Gold, a mace, an orc charm, a phial of purple liquid, or a small panther idol. And we don't have any of those things. So unfortunately, it says, if you have nothing, and that's us. Ah, well, says White-Eye, so we can't do business. Never mind. Rest now, for it will be light soon enough, and you have a long journey still ahead of you. You take his advice and lie down and close your eyes, but sleep evades you for some time. Just what does the old man know? Eventually, though, you sleep. The following morning, you rise with the dawn, feeling more refreshed and relaxed than you have in a very long while. Thoughts of the journey still ahead linger, though, and so it is with a sad smile. I know, it's true, we didn't want to take the liquid. That you bid farewell to White-Eye and plunge into the thick jungle, hacking a path with your knife. The sun is soon high, and it becomes desperately hot. The sweat drifts from you as you slowly carve a path through the tangled undergrowth. By noon, you've made good headway. As you travel, you pick up more provisions, up to the maximum of 4. Whoops, this is where I remember that we are only supposed to have 4 maximum. My bad. After another hour or so, you stop in the shade of a large tree and eat. Deduct 1 provision, recover stamina as usual. So, I'm just going to keep that at 4 then, because we had the 5. Suitably refreshed, you press on. All right? You press on nails. Throughout the day, Ariella, the sun goddess, blazes down on you. Every step you take is accompanied by a startling screech or growl. Every move you make is accompanied by a startling screech or growl. Every step you take, every move you make, they're all watching you. Can't you see, chat? You belong... Okay. You continue to head east. Oh, yes, and that is a save point. Thank you for the note. Thank you, Ova. Throughout the day, Ariella... Okay, right. You continue to head east through the ferociously tangled undergrowth. Around noon, you have a run-in with a small panther, though the creature scampers away. You don't know who is more terrified, you or it. As the sun, and as someone who has been writing books involving a panther, I like seeing more of these panthers show up. As the sun starts to sink behind you, you are pleased to hear the sound of the river alongside you, although you can't see it. As you walk on, the ground becomes damp and marshy, and soon you have trouble finding a dry path. You weave this way and that around large, swampy pools, and find your feet sinking into the saturated ground. You can try to make camp where you are, or go on a little way in the hope of finding more solid ground. So, $vote space 1, chat, means you make camp where you are. $vote space 2 means you go on a little way in the hope of finding more solid ground. We need a mute Arv redeem. That would be kind of funny, actually.
A what?
Like a using channel points that you use a certain number of points and then mute R for 30 seconds or something. Camping in the quicksand. Crawling through the thicket. Camping in the quicksand. So the options are make camp where you are in this area, which is kind of like very saturated with water, or go on a little way in the hope of finding more solid ground. $ vote space 1 is camp where you are. $ vote space 2 is go on a little further, hoping for more solid ground. It can't be that bad. You know, listen, camp in a swamp. Who among us can say they have not camped? That'd be me, by the way. I have not camped in a swamp.
I live in a swamp, so...
Wow. Wow. Everywhere the Netherlands were horrified. The Dutch parliament is just like, this person...
They know that they live in a swamp.
They don't want you to remind them of it.
Well, I do have to remind Wesley constantly. Like yesterday, he was. I have to remind my boyfriend frequently because yesterday he was refilling the like sugar bottle thingy.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, why is the sugar clumpy?" And I'm like, "Because."
You live in a swamp.
I mean, literally, like all of the that's like one of the main things I've noticed since I moved here is that like constantly all the food is moist.
Yeah.
That's like in the cupboard and everything. It's
But you never have to worry about dry air though. You know, like drying out skin and whatever, and you know. Yeah, there's ogres in the swamp. That's a good point, Ova. That's a good point. All right, last call. And going once. The only swamp I'd camp in was the MASH tent by that name. Oh, yeah. All right. We're going to go on a little way in the hope of finding more solid ground. You trudge on, but find little dry ground. It is getting dark. The sun set in a blaze of fire a good 15 minutes ago, and the swampy jungle is now cool and eerily quiet. You push aside great clumps of reeds following the twisting path of dry ground, which seems to be leading you deeper and deeper into a maze. And then, although you were half expecting it, from the water bursts this. Wow. This is interesting. Let's see if I have a picture for this.
Watcher in the water?
Watcher in the water. Shoot it again, Legolas. Let's see. There it is. All right, here we go, chat. Get ready. It's good stuff. All right, chat, are you ready to be amazed? You ready to be stunned? From the water bursts the most repulsive creature you have ever seen. It's a sickly white all over, like the soft underbelly of a crocodile, and indeed the swamp mutant shares many of the crocodile's characteristics. It rears up on strong hind legs and snaps at you with a mutated alligator head. All you can do is bring your sword up to meet its first attack. Now, this one is going to be tough, but it is doable. But Effect Life is going to have his dancing shoes on, as they say, because it's got a skill of 10 and stamina of 16.
Hey, one of the monsters from one of the beasties from my game looks a bit like this.
Oh, yeah?
With a
Oh,
lily
nice.
pad on its head.
So it's like yours is like this, but cute, and not deadly and attempting to destroy us.
Well, it is deadly, but also cute.
I see, okay. All right, so Effect Life, here we go. So he starts out with a 21. I apologize unreservedly. Nice, 21. Okay, this guy only has one attack as well. All right, second one is 20. $17. Okay, we are hit for that one. Next one I rolled is an 18. I'm trending in the right direction. 15. That was not the trend that we... All right, he rolls a 19. Come on, we got to beat this swamp mutant. The big advantage is that we had stamina. You're not. Oh, 16. All right, now it's even. 20. God, what up with these rolls? Oh, uh-oh. All right, this time I rolled a 15. It's time to come back. Don't call it a comeback. 21. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, this time I rolled an 18. That was a 15 you just rolled. Okay. I rolled an 18 this time. God, I gotta stop with these 18s. Although that's not, well, I guess 18 would be in the middle. Ugh. I rolled a 17. We just have a wall of, like, dice rolls. I wonder if they're going to, like, try to ban Arv bot in a minute. 19. There we go. Okay. All right, this time I got a 14. We got a shot. 14 here. 15. All right, there we go. Okay, he's back to 10, so it's tied up again with us. 10 stamina for us, 10 stamina for the beast. 20. Nice. Okay, now we're down. It's down to 8 stamina. Taking the lead. Ugh. 20. It's bad. Yeah. 14 this time I rolled. A 14. Oh, 12? Oh. All right, this time he rolls a 17. Oh, no. 18. Okay, okay. Tied up. 6 stamina for the beast, 6 stamina for us. We can do it. I got an 18. Got to beat the 18. 18, okay. No, even Steven. No harm, no foul. Okay, this time I rolled a 13. This is our chance. The thing weaves back and forth. Staggers. Ah! Oh, no, tie again, so nothing happens. So this time I roll a 17. He staggers forward, then backwards again. The heels are getting in our way. Again a 17. Oh my god, this time he rolls a 16. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, keep at it, because we're 19. There we go. He's down to 4 stamina. 2 more hits and this guy's dead. 19, 20. There you go. 1 more win. Come on, 1 more hit. He got a 14. 1 more hit. Ah, 14. It's a tie. This time he gets a 15. Come on, you can do it. Attention. Oh my god. It's a 15 again. He rolls an 18. Come on. Oh my god, my voice can't handle it. 18. 15. Oh no, we're down to 4 stamina. 18. 21, let's go! We took him down. The swamp mutant is defeated with 4 freaking stamina left. Woo! That was ridiculous, that fight. Good gravy. All right, so now actually this is going to give us 1 second here. I'm going to start the soundtrack. We had we must have had like 5 ties. I want to say Effect Life, right? We must have had 5 at least. That was nuts. But and honestly, it's actually interesting because what ended up happening was, okay, we just ran out. I'm just going to redo the Chrono Trigger one again, Tari, because we're almost done. So I'm just going to go to the top of it again. So, yeah, because we had 22 stamina and it had 16, we needed almost all of that, right? Because we basically had this 6-point advantage, and we did it with only like 2 rounds of ours to spare. The body of the repulsive creature sinks back into the swamp with a sucking sound. Giant sucking sound. And, I love that, and you spend an uncomfortable night perched too close for comfort to the water's edge. The morning dawns bright and glorious, and you wake face down in the soft mud, having succumbed finally to your tiredness regardless of any danger. For a few moments you wonder why you were afraid to sleep. Then the red stain on the surface of the water nearby reminds you. You wash and move on. At least there is no trouble eating in the jungle. You can collect up to your total of 4 provisions as you walk along. Okay, chat. So what I'm going to recommend then is, since they say we have no trouble eating in the jungle and you can collect up to 4, I'm going to recommend we eat all 4 of our provisions here, because that would give us 16 points. It would bring us up to 20 stamina, and we can then collect all 4 of those provisions again. This is a spot officially where we're able to eat. So is everyone on board with that? You don't even have to vote on this. Just tell me in chat. Is everyone on board with we eat all our provisions and then we'll just restock them all immediately? I'm guessing. Because that was a whole lot. Yes, yeah. What? Echo says no. It looks like you're going to get unvoted. I think I'm going to get outvoted on this, Echo, I'm afraid. Okay, so that's going to bring us back up to 20. And our provisions were down to 0, but then as it says, we were able to collect enough to go back up to 4. Woo! That was close. Also, save point. Let's just point that out, too. Oh, and actually... I see... And the drawing is almost done. Okay, so we'll do this last one.
No, it's done.
Oh, it is done. Oh, all right. Well,
yeah,
then...
I hurried up. So,
Oh, okay. Well, then that's actually perfect. I will just note, chat, that that it is going to be possible to see the Lion Heights and Tellax Mount from the top of a tree. You may care to climb up or may continue on your way, but that is something that we will decide next time. So we come out of this, I think, in pretty good shape, actually. We made some very good travel progress. We have 9 out of 10 luck still. We've got 20 out of 20. We should have gotten a luck point for beating that thing. We got 20 out of 22 stamina. We barely held on to beat it. But in the end, we're only down 2 points of stamina, and we have full provisions. We have our full skill. So I honestly think that in the end, this came out super well, I think. I am very pleased with that, and I think everybody should be as well. So, yeah, I could have just added that, but, I wanted to sort of see it go out that way. I love that drawing. Oh, my goodness. So, good session today, chat. I really enjoyed this a lot. Like, really, good back and forth chat, really good turnout, and wonderful illustrations from Tari. So, Tari, you want to take us through what we did today?
Yes. We started with the warm-up.
Which is
Fire
great.
Bomb.
Can I ask you something? What is the way that is there a filter or something? Because I've seen that done in some comics shows as well. There's some filter provided to the color to make it like, I don't know, almost looks reflective or something. I don't know how to describe it. But it's not just a typical, like, it's different than your other color drawings. It feels like this has a certain, like, polish, but I don't mean...
lighting.
What is it? Say again?
You mean the rim lighting?
Oh, is that what it is? Rim lighting?
Yeah, it's not a filter. It's just another layer of shading.
I see. Which gives it that kind of... Yes, that's exactly it. That's what I was wondering about. Okay, that's called rim lighting?
Yes.
Interesting. That's very cool. So that was Fifi doing the, as we learned, love diving. Not love bombing, love diving. Then we had this, which is apparently... I just want to be clear, chat. This is what Tari sees, okay? And that is what she came up with. So I report, you decide. Okay? I don't know what to tell you. Like, that's the...
Yeah. Same thing. I don't see it different.
Yeah, no, totally, completely the same. And that's our character, Batar Lashes, who is not at all intended to be a super sexy character in the least. I by the way, I'm curious, is that dress, is that skirt, is that like literally made of material stiff enough to stick out like that? Or is that just it's so short that that's the result?
It's a wizard did it.
A wizard did it. Okay.
Yeah, a wizard did it.
That's the third
There's
choice.
probably like boning or something in there. I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering if it had that. So that's Batar Lashes. That is our main character who so far has managed to hang in there. Okay, good stuff. With the bow, we have not used the bow yet, but we have it. Did she lose a stocking? Well, I mean, it's memory class. No, I think it's just shaded differently.
Yeah,
Ova.
it's just shading.
That was Ova's question. Yeah, she stole it from Batman. The memory cloth. Yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, and of course we've got the new Latter-day Cupid here with the heart-shaped arrow. And then just around the river bend, Pocahontasing it up as she travels through the power of the river. And then from a distance, like, now I'm curious, was this like the before and after picture, right? So like, that's what you see from a distance, and then the next one is the other one. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's this, and then we walked down and decided to sneak past it, and this was...
No. This is what's later after the... This is the T-Rex.
Oh, that was the T-Rex. Oh, my God. That was her just like, bringing it back to the Triceratops.
Yes.
Which was the battle of this.
Yes.
That's
indeed.
good. That's our action photo. Are those... But is the T-Rex, like, what is... Are those feathers?
Those are feathers.
Okay.
I like floofy T-Rexes.
Okay. Just to be
They
clear.
are more huggable this way.
No, that's true. They are, yes. I can't deny any of that. That was a good set of illustrations. And I know you were liking the character, Tari. How do you feel about the book so far?
I'm having fun.
Yeah, me too.
So it's good that this book is a bit more, let's say, less all over the place than the other one.
Oh, God, it was so scattered. Yeah, this one's a little bit more coherent. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, here's a room with witches that are just hanging out. Moving on.
Yeah, and you're like,
here's
why?
a dark elf that you have to fight now. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, the other one was very much like roll a D20 and then pick, and then roll a D100 and then pick.
Just a lot of random encounters.
Yep, but this one is more coherent, and I feel like we also had like some meaningful choices about where people go. The poor person who first had this book, take a look at their stats. Skill 8, stamina 8, luck 8. I think that might have been luck 9, but still, like, that's yeah. Whoever had this before, that would have been rough, I think. They got a Black Lotus and a Panther Idol, though. Wow. Despite having...
They really were into, like, Black Lotus back in the 80s, weren't they? Like, fantasy writers.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
It's in D&D, and it's in Magic.
They love... Yeah, that's true. The overpowered in Magic, Black Lotus.
Well, it's not even remotely overpowered anymore. It used to be.
Back in the day. Yeah, Geister. Back in the day it was, but not now. And yes, the book is structured better. That's right.
Magic the Gathering card.
Yep. That's right. So good stuff. This was excellent stuff, Tari. And before I let Tari go, Tari should explain the cool new thing that was just announced that we can talk about here.
I am making a tabletop RPG called Beasties in My Bag, which is basically imagine Pokemon, Digimon, Ni no Kuni, those kind of games, and shows as a tabletop RPG. You are playing a human hero with their supernaturally powered monster friend and go on adventures together. So you can either make your own monster from scratch, you can use one that I designed, or you can adapt one from from a piece of media that you like, which you can go check out at on Tumblr at Beasties-Beasties.
Yeah, I was going to say, she has to put... There it is.
My bag. Yeah, there.
Thank you, Fecklife. Thank you, Fecklife.
Thank you. So yeah, that's that.
It's good stuff, and I'm excited to see as this gets developed and to see more of it. I think it's going to be very good stuff for Tari, and I'm happy that she came up with the idea. And I enjoyed this again, Tari. Second week in a row getting to hang out. Next week, of course, will be Beowulf with Trends, so we may or may not see you around and chat for a bit watching. But otherwise, I'll see you back here next month for Beowulf and for Runesild, and of course for our second session of Battleblade Warrior, which I think everyone in chat enjoyed today. So it's going to be fun. I am looking forward to it. Thank you, Tari. And chat, can we get some love for the incredible best illustrator on Twitch, TariToons? And thank you, Tari, for amazing stuff as always. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you for having me. Everybody go follow me on Blue Sky and Instagram and Tumblr at TariToons, and I see you next month.
Yes, sounds good. Do all that, and thanks, Tari. I'll talk soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Au revoir.
All right. And that is going to be that. I am very, very excited to be able to do this. I really always enjoy these streams a lot. Tari's a friend, obviously, but beyond that, like, I really just enjoy having the experience of being able to play games of this sort and to be able to sort of, spread these things around and all that stuff. So we are going to do nominations. Yep. I hadn't forgotten. That's why I wanted to close this out. But this was good, chat. Did you enjoy this? I really had a good time with this book so far. I feel like it's had enough interesting choices and it's been straight ahead. Yeah, very funny, Dragon Spear High. It's been straight ahead enough, but it isn't boring. I feel like, and as you said, Effect Life, the battles are brutal, but the whole thing is just structured better. And it just sort of makes more sense coherently. I like it. I don't know. I'm very pleased about this. Anyway, that is the deal with that. But we do have one other thing we have to do, and that is that we have got to talk to each other about nominations for the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month. So let me get rid of a couple of these things. Okay, I did that already. Yes, I want to close the application. Oh, I could have just, yeah, that doesn't matter. I'll restart it without that other stuff. So what I'm going to do is about 1-3. I liked Batar Lashes a lot when I saw it. I think it was either that or the Arden Windhaven one I liked. I mean, honestly, I didn't dislike any of them. They were all pretty cool. Okay, polls. So here we go. Let's do the polls. Polls. Poll of fools. Okay. All right, there we are. So, chat, it is time to nominate the what game should Arv play this month? And I'll be playing this in 2 weeks. Next week, remember, is Beowulf with Trendane, and then the week after that is when I'm going to be playing this. So which one? We've got Kathy Rain, Director's Cut. Remind me again about Kathy Rain, Echo. I've heard of it, but remind me. Songs of Conquest, right. That's the HOM game. I know that one, yep. So yes, please nominate a game. Point and click adventure. Okay, that's cool. Kathy Rain, Songs of Conquest. What else, chat? Nominate. You get one nomination per person. Please nominate a game you'd like to see me play. No, I don't even know what that is. What is Dwarf Romantic? I don't even know what that is. I nominate Patreon the game. Like Patreon the game. If you can get the Patreon to a high enough number, everybody wins. It's a world building game. Oh, very cool. I have not heard of it. Yeah. Sign me up. I'm all about it. All right. Dwarf Romantic. What else? Oh, it's kind of like Carcassonne. Oh, cool. Kinseed. What is that, Cujo? What is Kinseed? These are some interesting ones. Oh, a story-based RPG. Oh, interesting. It's like Stardew Valley plus an RPG. Yes. You know what, Caro? I saw Sovereign Syndicate. And I was like, oh, this looks really good. I wanted to try that big time because it looked to me like it was like Disco Elysium without the obnoxious, overwhelming, never ever stops talking. Like I think Sovereign Syndicate looks really awesome. I was thinking about playing that after Dredge actually on GOG. So Sovereign Syndicate, I don't want to put my finger on the scale, but I would be very happy to give Sovereign Syndicate a shot on there. Oh, yeah. Terranil. Hey, is Terma. Wow, some good choices, everybody, today. Terraforming a planet ravaged by technology. Very cool. Your character NPCs grow and die, and you play their child, and so on. Very super cool. Yeah. That's cool. I am excited. How long, Kara, you have a sense of how long that game is? And as far as the voices, that's fine. It wasn't so much that. It's that I just found Disco Elysium to be a slog after a while. Like I played like 3 hours and I was like, ugh. because the world is just so like gray and dull. And I know that's like heresy. Every writer is supposed to love everything about Disco Elysium, but I know my good friend Carlos Hernandez really adores that game completely. I know that Amal really loves it. I'm sure it is well done. I was like, oh God, I can't even. I don't know that it's a great stream game. I think that's part of it. 20-ish hours. Okay. Ah, interesting. Well, Sovereign Syndicate, that's another thing that could be tried maybe on our vocalists after we finish Banner Saga. That's another option too. Oh yeah, I believe it. I'm in no way, I know the quality of Disco Elysium. I'm just saying that like I'm not sure it's my bag, honestly. Okay, I think that's a good collection. So I am going to open this up. All right. So this one is a multi, not a multi. This is a single. The top vote getters are going to go into the straw poll that we are going to post. So if you want Kathy Rain, director's cut, that's $vote space 1. Songs of Conquest is $vote space 2. Dorf Romantic is $vote space 3. Kinseed is $vote space 4. Sovereign Syndicate is $vote space 5, which is like a steampunk. Sovereign Syndicate, by the way, is like a steampunk RPG. $vote space 6 would be Terranil. So now's when to get in your votes. And I'm going to take only the top 3 vote getters. So if everyone just ties on the nominations, we'll have some issues. We'll work it out one way or the other. Can I just say, Drew, not surprised that you picked 4? This is a guy who's all about Chained Echoes, Sea of Stars. I was like, yep. I can see and feel it. Hey, Nonstop. Drew the Predictable, am I right? No, just kidding. No, I immediately saw that and I'm like, I bet Drew would want me to play that. I was like, yeah. Drew, you still playing Riven on your channel? Okay, cool. Grammatic? I don't even know if I know what grammatic is. Probably one more session. Okay, cool. Talos Principle 2. Yeah, I watched at some point I do want to take that on as Terma. Okay, I'll check it out at some point, Echo. Yeah, I am on his Discord now, so yeah, I do want to check out Talos Principle 2, although I have to say as Terma, I watched Shadow Mage play a decent amount of that just because I was enjoying watching it. And I was finding that I was even enjoying watching it maybe a little more than even playing it, so to speak. But yeah, I definitely could see myself coming back to Talos Principle, the world of Talos Principle, with Talos Principle 2 down the line. Definitely very, very, I mean, it's a great series. Watch Frost play Talos Principle 2? Yeah. Okay, that's cool. All right, chat. So we got the last call up here, and we need one more. Right now, it looks like Sovereign Syndicate and Terranil are coming through. We need one more of those other 4 to get to 2 votes. If we can do that, then we'll have a nice set of 3. I will play any of those, so those are all fine. So if someone who's voted for one of the others wants to change their vote to one of the other 4, so that we have like 3 with 2 votes, that would be lovely. Or if there's someone who hasn't voted yet, that thinks that Kathy Rain, Songs of Conquest, Dorf Romantic, or Kinseed sounds good, you should definitely get your vote in now. Yeah, I think I've heard, now that I think of it, I think I've heard of Terranil. As I said, all of these seem good to me. I'm cool with all of these. But Sovereign Syndicate, I totally was like, because I just this morning was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I think, Caro, didn't Sovereign Syndicate just come out? Like within the last month or something? It came out this year, I think, right? Wasn't it 2024? I think. All right, last chance here, chat. If we don't get any other votes, then we're just going to put Sovereign Syndicate and Terranil up there. So either we get another vote for Kathy Rain, Conquest, Dorfamatic, or Kinseed. One of those four, if one of those four gets another vote, then that'll be in the final group. Or we're just going to have Sovereign Syndicate and Terranil for your top two, which would be totally fine as well. Oh, yeah, happy affiliate versary to Bitterman, although I don't think Bitterman's in here right now. But when I see Bitterman, I will. That's right, yeah. How long has it been? A year? A month? A year? No, not a month. A year? 2 years? I need to find out what my affiliate versary was, actually. All right, Kinseed. Ah, there we go. 3 years. Yeah, okay. Hey, Wispy. Hello, Wispy Song. All right. Going once. Going twice. All right, good stuff, everybody. Late surge for Kinseed. So, Kinseed, Sovereign Syndicate, and Terranil. Those are your three choices for this month. I like all of those. Kinseed, Sovereign Syndicate, and Terranil. One of the mods is going to put together a straw poll. Echo is often exceptionally good at having a straw poll put together, if I judge by my knowledge of Echo Alpha X5. But Kinseed, Sovereign Syndicate, and Terranil are your three choices for our game book, for our Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month. Thank you, Echo, so much. So yeah, if one of the mods is able to would be so kind as to add that to the next game link, that would be lovely. Nice. No, I mean, all these are good choices. Kinseed, Sovereign Syndicate, and Terranil are all good choices. As I said, I'm excited to try Sovereign Syndicate. Terranil I do remember having heard of now, and that's a good sign. If the Gaming in the Wild's top game, that's cool. And then Kinseed definitely looks pretty cool in that kind of, like I said, Stardew Valley JRPG type feel. So good stuff, everybody. Kinseed, Sovereign Syndicate, and Terranil. Good stuff. Okay, now I will officially close that. I will judge your gain, Snow. Yes. And admittedly, now remember, it's not Norway, so, don't expect miracles at all, Echo. I'm just glad that it's actually like legit, real, honest to God snow for a change, and not just kind of like, oh, we got, a dusting and then a bunch of sleet. Like, we did better than that this time, so that's good. Thank you so much, Triffids. There's the vote. Get that vote in right there. Thank you, Triffid and Echo, for working together there. Tremendous work. Love it. Thank you. So yeah, get your votes in right at that link, chat. That's going to be available up until next week. Then next week we will, after my Tuesday session, we'll then close down that final vote, and then the week after that is when we'll actually play it. I got to go shovel. I hear that. Yeah. Well, I am going to rise up and get ready here in about 35 minutes. I'm going to be up at GogCom's Twitch channel, and I'm going to be playing more Dredge. For those of you who missed this, Ghosts of Saltmarsh has been rescheduled just to next week, so don't panic. You'll get it next week for sure because of a player schedule conflict that came up suddenly. So Dredge today, then I'm going to be doing Ghosts of Saltmarsh next week over at Pen and Pixels, and then Talisman Adventures the week after that. But otherwise, this was a great stream today. I really had a lot of fun, so I'm very grateful to all of you for making that happen. I will note that Thursday's stream is canceled for this week because little Arv and I are going to be in the city, in the big city, and we're going to be watching the Two Towers on screen with an orchestra and choir doing the music. We did this when the Fellowship of the Ring came around last year. She had a great time. So did I, obviously. So we're going to be doing the same thing this time Thursday night, and it's going to be Two Towers with orchestra and choir. Now, last year when we did this, the orchestra and the choir, I knew some of the people who were singing in the choir. For example, Rob, Darkside Rob was singing in that, so I knew that. And I also knew one of the people who was playing in the orchestra. But also last year, a lot of the players, a lot of the orchestra and the choir were from Ukraine. I think it was like the National Orchestra of Kyiv or something like that. So that was really, it made it even more awesome. I don't know if they're doing that same thing this year, but I do know that it's going to be a live, full-out orchestra and choir with the film in the background. It's going to be awesome. Even though Two Towers is kind of the weakest of the three films, it still has some really, really great sequences. The whole sequence with like Theoden and like just the da 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 Rohan's theme and everything. Oh man, it's going to be awesome. So that's happening Thursday night. So I will not be streaming, I'm sorry to say, on Thursday night, but I will be back to you folks on Saturday with D&D with Infinity and Beyond Eberron, Oracle of War. And then next week, we will be back here with, again, the next Beowulf, as I mentioned. We'll have Beowulf with Tren. That's going to be happening next week. And then Pen and Pixels, D&D with GOG Ghosts of Saltmarsh. And then that Wednesday night, we will have Community D&D with the amazing Shadow Crew playing Waterdeep Dragon Heist. That'll be Wednesday night. And then Thursday night, I will be back with you playing some Chants of Sennar. Hopefully, I'm going to have that played and finished, because after that, following the week after that, we're going to be starting out with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is going to be so great. I'm super excited about that. And down the line, definitely games like, Syndicate and all that. I'm excited for all those things, but I'm super pumped up for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's going to be cool. So that is going to do it for me for today. If you like what you saw and heard, I hope you will follow the channel, at least on this channel for today. Please follow the channel. Please check out my YouTube at !ArvTube. If you are watching me over on the YouTube channel, thank you, welcome, and please consider following and subscribing, not just there, but on my Twitch channel. Discord is !ArvCord. Twitter is !ArvTweets. Website, arvaneleron.com. Financially, and Arv Sky for my Blue Sky as well. Arv Shop. Arv Shop is my merchandise area. Arv Treon is my Patreon, which both of those things really make a big difference, and they make it possible financially to sustain what we're doing here in the channel. So please consider supporting that if you can as we build that back up. Subbing to the channel does that as well. And thank you to those of you who subbed and resubbed today. I really do appreciate that so much. On the publishing side, Icarus, my graphic novel from Athos Arts. Library is my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That's my 5e adventure and sourcebook from Alligator Alley Entertainment. And Greyshade is my novel, my universe of the Greyshade IP, the Grey Assassin trilogy. First two books, Greyshade and Renegade, already out. The final, I'll get to that in a minute. The audiobook of Greyshade by Tren Sparks, also available, all at that link. You can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, which is being done by Brandon O'Brien and with Alligator Alley Entertainment, and that will be out late this year. And the final book in the Grey Assassin trilogy, Heretic, which I'm just about done with the manuscript for, that is going to be out in the summer of this year. That's the final book of the Grey Assassin trilogy. Very proud of it as it brings that story arc to a close. So I'm very excited. I've been a little nervous as I'm doing it to make sure I land the plane correctly, but I'm feeling good about where it is. So it's going to be great when it comes out. I hope it gets good attention and credit and all that kind of good stuff too. As always, BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help. You got to do that. Yeah, echoes when you can, because I know he was mentioning that the other day. Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message that we will do so for others in the future. Lastly, I want to thank Wenchkin for the raid today. Thank you for everyone who came over from Wenchkin's stream, and thanks for the raid, Wenchkin. And I want to thank as well people for stopping by and following Grimbeard Adventures. I love a bunch of those folks as well. And most of all, of course, thanks to my friend TariToons for the amazing work that she did, as always, with our gamebook illustration. And we will have more of Battleblade Warrior coming back to you next month. But I'm going to be over on, in a half hour, top of the hour, I'll be over at GOGCom's Twitch channel with Pen and Pixels playing some more Dredge. So stop by for more spooky fishing and story-based stuff. It's going to be a good time. Thank you to my wonderful mods today, Dragonspear, Drew the Damager, Triffity Mats, Best in the Business. Thank you to all of those folks. Thank you to all of my Patreon supporters and subscribers, Dragon, Drew, Triffid, Effect Life, Nonstop, Echo Alpha, Wispy Song, and Craigery. And thank you so much to everybody, to Alyssa, to Sophia, to Antoine, to Aqua, to Big Boss, to Black Fury, FKA. Thank you to Geister, to Goblin Town, Is Terma, Jagtress, Caro Hammond. Thank you for the kind words, Caro. I appreciate it. You folks are a big part of that. Thank you to Mark. Thank you to Mark Zinn, to Michael, to Mr. Jonas. Thank you to MST. Thank you to Punching Bag. Red Lear. What's up, Red Lear? Thank you to Robich. Thank you to Snokesy, to Tarsay, to TNS Mephiston. What's up, TNS? And, of course, you, Christensen, as always. And thank you so much again to Effect Life as well for rolling the dice today. And, of course, for ARVBot Plus, which has made this such an awesome experience when we do it. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to see you folks top of the hour at 4 p.m. Eastern for some Dredge on GOGcom's Twitch channel. Until then, enjoy the snow if you're in the U.S. Northeast. I plan to tomorrow. And otherwise, I'll catch you folks back here soon. Everyone, please be good to each other and have a good night. Huh?